hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
All right, now they can hear us. We're back now for reals. Hey, Paul, East Coast Raider, Raider Lorian. Hopefully not everyone's still hanging out on that old one. Hey, Adam Hill. Monique, thank you for your donation earlier. Good to see you in here. Kevin the Raider Nerd, Raider Lorian, Hooligan Nation, Wyoming Raider, the main guy. Jordan Ford, you might be drunk, but yeah, we did start over. Hey, B. Al. Hey, John Ogle. All right, here we go. Let's kick off episode number 335 of Raiders Fan Radio.
What's up, guys? It's Richie Incognito, Las Vegas Raiders. I'm here at Raiders Fan Radio. Let's go, Raiders. Woo!
Hey, it's Mike Garofalo, NFL Network here in the home office, and you are listening to the Raiders Fan Radio podcast, taking that lighter journey into the dark side with Murf, Swag Jeff, and Michelle. She's got great hair. It's a little pink, it's a little purple, whatever it is. I'll tell you what, if I could grow it, I would sign up for that color today. So listen to her and the entire crew as they give you all the information on the Raiders on the podcast that benefits the One Nation Foundation. It's a great cause. It's a great pod. Tune in, turn it up. Here it comes. All that Raiders info and takes coming at you right now.
Jackpot, baby. Raiders Fan Radio.
Oakland, L.A., Oakland, Vegas, Raider Nation, wherever, forever. You got your old Uncle Mosh and Raiders Fan Radio from Murf's Man Cave, taking a lighter journey into the dark side. Sit back, put your feet up, pop a top, and enjoy the ride. Here we go!
Look left, look right, Kolechnikov, a leaping pass, touchdown!
We miss you, we love you, and we'll see you in the Hall of Fame.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players, you have a great organization, and you tell them one thing, just win, baby.
Way up the middle, intercepted Filipiano at the 50, time running down, Oakland football, and I think Oakland victory.
The Oakland Raiders have scored on the most zany, unbelievable, absolutely impossible dream of a play.
Well, I love this team. I think this team can win. I think this team can win.
You are listening live to Raiders Fan Radio. Take it away, guys.
Why? Thank you, Brett Musburger. What is up, Raider Nation? Your buddy Murf back once again for what we know will be a fantastic episode of Raiders Fan Radio, coming to you live here from Murf's Fan Cave for episode number 335 of Raiders Fan Radio. And there's literally nothing to talk about. But we know us. We are always going to find something fun to talk about when it comes to our favorite football team and yours, your Las Vegas Raiders. We've actually got a lot to get to tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got a great jersey to give away, an absolute gem, man. We've given away some cool ones, but this one tonight is absolutely gorgeous. It's a beaut, Clark.
It's a beaut.
It's a beaut. So we're going to look forward to giving that thing away to one lucky winner, and appreciate everybody tonight that is joining us live in the chat room. Appreciate Trinidad in there. Fabricator Gil is in there. What's up, Gil? Raider Paul is in there. My 2 cents is in there. Wyoming Raider is in there, already dropping a super chat in there. Thank you, Wyo.
Thank you.
Says one chip gang, I'm broke this week. That's okay, brother. That $10 goes right to the One Nation Foundation, which supports Raiders-related charities. We will get that going for sure, and appreciate you. Appreciate Daniel Mangus. Appreciate Vibe Raider in there. What's up, baby? Desert Raider is in there. Let's see. I don't know who else. There's a bunch of people in there. Ty Raider is in there. What's up, Ty? Hey, Ty. Look at watch this. Hey, Ty. Want to get ready to see your favorite shirt ever?
Hey!
So for those of you on the audio podcast, I'm wearing the official Domenico's Italian Deli and Raiders Fan Radio mashup shirt. And if you would like to patronize the Italian Deli in Alameda, California, just around the corner from the Oakland Coliseum, you can go see the good folks at Domenico's there. Or if you're in the Middle Tennessee area, you find yourself visiting Nashville, come on down to Domenico's. And the one here, you can get the Murfaletta, the sandwich that's named after me. And so that's why we did this shirt. And you can see my visage there with the thumbs up there, approving the sandwich. And we were talking about the shirt earlier, and we were like, how can we make this design better? I'm like, I know, let's put my face on it. Yeah. That's so stupid. All right. Shut up, Jeff.
Hey, easy. I love dead air. I love dead air. Why don't you introduce the show?
Welcome to the show, my best friend. Well,
did you tell him about where to find us and all that kind of stuff? What'd you do?
All right, you can find us on the YouTubes, like a lot of you already have, at youtube.com/Raiders Fan Radio, or you can find us on the old podcast, the kids call it. That's the audio version of this show, and you can subscribe to your favorite audio podcast just by searching for Raiders Fan Radio. Is that better, bitch?
It's perfect. I think you got everything.
All right.
Now just nail the intro of me, and then you'll be good to go.
So, all right.
Tough.
Welcome the man or the penis that adorns the left, the eastern annex of the.
My kids
Murph's
watching.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. Wiener.
No. That's better. That's better.
Oh,
Much better. Much better.
Well, don't be a dick, and I won't call you one, Jeff. My best friend and yours, Swag Jeff.
It's started and profiling.
It's going to be one of those kind of shows, isn't it?
I guess it is. I'm here for it, man. Let's see how many slangs of that you can call me by the end of the night. Because you've already done about 3 or 4. But, man, I'm fired up to be here. I'm so excited.
Thank you.
There you go. With
the last name Johnson.
Oh, not Johnson? That was a Big Lebowski thing. You didn't get it.
No.
Oh, I missed it. How did I miss a Big Lebowski reference?
I don't know. Don't worry about it.
Jeez.
Hey, but much respect. Much respect to everyone in the building. Jesus of Alum Rock, Paul, Hooligan, my beautiful wife, and my daughter Charlie, who says hi to the 3 of us.
Oh, hi Charlie. Earmuffs.
That's what Matthew Mangus said. I said hi, Charlie. Plug your ears. Let's see. Hooligan Nation, the main guy are in there. Vibrator, Paul,
the one
Raider
time
Paul.
I get off the rails a little bit, and Charlie's in there.
Watching,
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Sorry. She's going to call me one of those names when I get home. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I don't know what Murph mean by this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I'm going to have to explain it to her.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to promote, just conversation around the house, Jeff.
Yeah, well, we have plenty to talk about, like Bluey and Disney Plus and stuff like that. Don't tell me about Bluey. Bluey, you don't know about Bluey?
Yeah, well, hey, post tense, it sounds like.
Oh my gosh. He's trying to get us
Well,
canceled.
for somebody that probably doesn't have any inkling of what kids watch, saying Bluey could mean a whole different thing.
Oh my gosh. Well, so without further ado, let's try to save the show by turning your attention to the southern annex of the eastern annex of the Murf Fan Cave desk. Sitting to my left, as always, the lovely Michelle Swag.
Hi, Michelle.
We are bad influences.
Holy cow.
I mean,
Matthew Menga says I love Bluey.
Of course
we
he
all
does.
do.
everybody loves Bluey.
Who doesn't love Bluey?
Who doesn't love Bluey?
Murf loves it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my. Reset
I know,
the show
I'm just
for us,
really,
Michelle.
well, I don't know if I'm the one. I'm not sure that I'm the one that yell. I mean, I appreciate your faith that I was going to be the one to bring us back on track, but
Oh my gosh.
I had 5 Bluey jokes in my pocket, and I've left them there. So maybe I
keep
am
them shits in
helping.
your
Maybe
pocket.
I'm helping.
You are helping.
I'm
that's
helping.
right. Yeah, that's right.
So you're
Okay.
welcome.
All right,
So there
thank
we
you,
go.
Michelle.
You're welcome.
All right, Raider Nation, we appreciate you guys being here. Glasses are already fogged up.
Yeah, they
Sweating over here. We appreciate you, Raider Nation, joining us live tonight for episode 335. We got some great stuff to get to, as I mentioned. But before we get to the bulk of the show here, let's go ahead and turn it over to my best friend and yours, who always takes our episode number and ties it back to something significant within Raider Nation. And tonight is 335. And Swaggo, what do we have tonight?
Yeah, well, of course. But before we do that, I want to do the more important thing.
Okay.
And I want to turn the attention to the
yeah.
fourth camera over there.
Oh, okay.
And I want to flash up this amazing jersey that we've got. This signed Howie Long away jersey with an absolute crisp and clean signature, as Howie always does. Every $10 tonight, every $10 donation via Super Chat, or you can let me know if you do it on the PayPal, any of that kind of stuff. Every $10 gets you one poker chip, one entry into the running to win that thing, and it's all going to the One Nation Foundation. So the show started. We're over $400. I'll just say it. Already we are over $400. People want this jersey. People want to support the foundation. So get in the mix, man. It's just $10. No matter how many you do, whether you do $1 billion or just 10, however much you do, you get that many entries. So much respect to you guys. Thank you for already racking it up to over $400. Can't
That's
thank
awesome.
You. Yeah,
Man. That's
it's
freaking amazing. Thank you.
It's
all.
amazing. Can't
and tell
thank
them,
you
and since you are classing it up around here, and thank
Yeah.
you, Jeff, for
You did.
saving
Good
the
job.
show, righting the ship here.
Yeah.
Tell them what we do with that money, who we support, when we support them, all that good stuff. And then even if you wouldn't mind, talk about what we're doing this upcoming month in July.
Absolutely. What are we doing in July?
A show
show
every
every
night
Wednesday.
and a live
okay.
from
I thought you
Domenico's.
meant
Every
something-
Wednesday,
and
not every
Sorry, I
night.
thought you meant something with the foundation.
not every night, excuse me, every week. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But we're raising money because we have
that would be a lot.
Right.
That
No,
would
but
be
we
a
have to
lot.
put the full court press on
That's
because
right.
of the timing of things. So talk about that.
Absolutely. So first of the year, we decided we wanted to, so back in 2020, we decided we could make money doing this show. So we decided we wanted to give all that away. We started the One Nation Foundation. So that gives to different Raider-related charities. So the first of this year, we gave to the Max Crosby Foundation. We gave them $500 just on day one, all that good stuff. So we love Max Crosby. Obviously, we love the work that he does at the Max Crosby Foundation. So we gave to them a great partner of ours, Raider Dad. Raider Dad takes underprivileged kids and their parental figures to Raider games and gives them a full tailgate experience. So they've got Jay's Gourmet out there. They've got Woodson Whiskey for the adults. They've got Pepsi. They've got all sorts of fun stuff. There's kids running around playing football, all that stuff. We all make a trek together to Allegiant Stadium, and it's just an amazing, amazing experience. We've been fortunate enough to see that a couple times. We sponsor their preseason event every single year. It's an absolutely incredible thing. So we were able to up their donation. We gave them $3,000 this year on your behalf, Raider Nation. So can't thank you enough. And then our bread and butter for the One Nation Foundation that we give to is the Bolitnikoff Foundation. So Fred Bolitnikoff, the Bolitnikoff Foundation, the Bolitnikoffs lost Tracy back in 99 to domestic violence. So they started the Bolitnikoff Foundation. So that gives safe places and rehabilitative service to women that are at risk of not only domestic violence, but substance abuse as well. So we donate all of our money to those charities. We can't thank you enough. So so all the money that we raise tonight with that Howie Long is going to go directly to the One Nation Foundation that does all those little things. And we've had donations just flying in here. So can't thank you guys enough. So Murf, take it away while I write up some poker chips.
Absolutely. And thank you for that setup, Swaggo. And so, yeah, we donate money to them every year. And normally the Bolitnikoff Foundation annual event, their Crab Fest, is at the end of the year, and it gives us a lot of runway to fundraise throughout the course of the year. I mean, I would say, unfortunately, it's not unfortunate, but it's just a timing challenge and now it's going to be in September, and that cuts off like 2 full months for us. And so, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to hit our original goal of 20 grand. The good news is that we're still going to we know we're going to hit 10. We know that we're going to donate $10,000 for sure. We got a shot at 15. And then the good news is that whatever we come up short, it gives us that much of a jump start, Michelle, for next year. So we got a real good head start, a tailwind, as the kids say, going into 2025 for our fundraising. So all that said, we're putting the full court press on fundraising for July. So you're going to see us every single week. We're going to have a jersey or more to give away every single week because the way YouTube works, you get paid in August, and that's when we got to write the check. So this is it. We've got a month or 5 weeks now to absolutely earn as much money as we possibly can to give to the One Nation Foundation. We still have some corporate sponsors coming in. So again, we got a good look at 15, but I don't want to promise that. But I know we can promise 10. We know that we can get there and give that money to the Bolitnikoffs. And I'm going to save my respect or my discussion around Freddie for respect because but they're literally doing the Lord's work and helping these young women out there. So can't thank you guys enough. Thank you for everybody that's joined us. For anybody that's saying, hey, when are they going to talk about the Raiders? It's coming, man. We've got a lot of Raiders talk to get to tonight.
Yeah, we got some housekeeping stuff we got to
get to. Housekeeping, and some things are bigger than the team. You know what I mean?
Right.
Frankly.
Truth.
And a lot of the work that's going on out there in the communities and the support that the Raiders themselves and the support that Raiders related charities give. We always want to dedicate time to that. And this is the time to do it. It's June. It's the beginning of July. There ain't nothing going on. There is no camps. There's no OTAs. There's no nothing, man. Even the players are going on vacation and stuff. So we're going to fundraise. We're going to do the annual Fannies Award coming up in July. We're going to shoot for mid-July for that. We'll have QB Jeff in here in-house for that one. And that's where we invite you to celebrate with us as we give out our awards for the best of Raiders fan radio. Every once in a while, we'll do a self-referential goofy thing, but we mainly involve you. Yeah. These are awards for you, for all the listeners, for the phone callers, the emailers, anybody that participates in the chat room. Those are the folks we like to include in the Fannies, and then we'll give the Raiders maybe a couple of awards as well. But it's a lot of fun.
Whoa!
Oh, my gosh.
Holy cow.
All right, so let me throw it back to Jeff to shout out the donations that have came in.
Yep.
Give us your 335, and then we're going to get to a break and give some respect.
Absolutely. So respect to let's see, Jordan Ford, Fabricator Gill, Tider Raider, and Hooligan that all jumped in and dropped $20. Tider Raider dropped 10, and then Fabricator Gill said, "We can do it. Let's make a record night with a $100 donation to the Nation Foundation." Holy cow!
And Fabricator Gill, so Jordan Ford donated a 20 to make it 420, and he said, "No, it's 420," which is great. And then Fabricator Gil drops in there with a 20. He says, "I love you guys, and we love you too, Gil." Yeah. Gil's awful good to us with the tailgates that he provides for us, and everybody else that's chooses to be in J lot there for a Raider game. Tider Raider drops in there with a $9.99. Says, "Who said Domenico's?" There you go. Of course. We know that he loves him some Domenico's Italian deli. But yeah, thank you. We cannot thank you all enough for your kindness and your generosity. And man, this is awesome. And so we love you. And we always say this too, man, and know this. We could spend an entire show telling you how thankful we are for you. So just to keep the show moving, I won't spend a ton of time on it, but just know this, y'all, we love you so much. We cannot appreciate your generosity enough. And none of these goals for the foundation happen without your generosity. So anyways, thank you so very, very much. All right, Swaggo, give us 335.
Absolutely. So this is a career stat. We love a good career stat around here. You know what I mean? So for episode 335, I take a significant moment within Raider Nation related back to the episode number. And this one's a career stat, and it's one of our faves. It's one of our faves from 1977 to 1988, and I'll give you one hint.
Rod Martin.
Rod Martin, if you need him. Selected in the 12th round in 1977. First team All-Pro in 1984. A three-time second team All-Pro in 81 through 83. 14 interceptions in his career, and I don't even think that counts the 3 interceptions that he had in Super Bowl 15 if you need him. 2 fumble recoveries in his career, but he had some sacks.
Okay.
He did. He did that 33 and a half times. 335.
Nicely done.
Respect.
Yeah.
Hit that contact info, Swaggo.
Okay.
Woo, woo, woo. Hey, Raider Nation. You got your old Uncle Mosh here with an updated contact info. So sit up, zip up, shut up, and pay attention. You can call us at 909-345-3346, or as Murf would say it,
909-345-3346.
How about emailing me? You want to email me? Email me at show@RaidersFanRadio.com. Or what about reaching out to us on some of that social media stuff Swaggy likes? Try Facebook at Raiders Fan Radio Podcast. The Twit at Twitter at Raiders Fan Radio. Insta something. Instagram at Raiders Fan Radio. The tiki-tiki-taki-talk. TikTok at Raiders Fan Radio. Or what about the Twitch? Some of you out there twitching. Anyway, Twitch at Raiders Fan Radio. Or if you don't like that, go to the YouTube. America, go to the YouTube. YouTube.com/Raiders Fan Radio. Oh my God, if that wasn't enough, go to your podcast provider and search Raiders Fan Radio. Holy crap, that was a lot.
Good. Oh,
come on.
Done. Nicely done there, Swag Jeff, coming in clutch as he's writing furiously down all the business going on over there. Tyrone Graves drops a $10 donation, says, Swaggo, toss my chip in from the doorway like LaMonica.
Okay. Nice.
Love it. PSP Raiderette in there with a $20 donation. Thank you, PSP. Just Win Windy in there with a $30 donation.
Hey.
Love to Nashville and much love to my Raider Nation family. Everybody donate today. Thank you, Windy. Thank you, PSP Raiderette. And thank you, Tyrone Graves.
Man, thank you all.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
We might have to take a $1,000 shot.
This might.
You know what?
Yeah.
So if we get to $1,000, we're doing a shot of the 99 out of the random 99 bucket over there. Well, you may want to get them locked and loaded over there.
Yeah.
We were glad.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
Okay.
We're almost at $700.
Oh my gosh. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Thank you all so very, very much. Not only respect to everybody that's donating and everybody that's in the chat, but, we don't do props around here. We don't do shout outs. There's nothing wrong with those things, but we're Italian. We like to give a little bit of respect.
Murf, Swaggy J, Nation, it's time for a little respect. You know, respect ain't bought, it ain't sold, it ain't demanded, it ain't negotiated, it's earned. And without blowing smoke or giving shameless plugs, we want to say salute and much respect to the following folks.
Wow, we're giving away such a cool thing.
Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous.
Oh my gosh, it's really
We got more important things to get to than our silliness and nonsense. So for every $10 that gets donated, as you can see, you can win an opportunity to win that absolutely gorgeous signed Howie Long jersey. For those of you that are on the audio podcast, it is the white away jersey, and it's got Howie Long's signature in silver on the 7 there, and it is, of course, Beckett certified, and we would only ever give you something away that's super legit. And that piece, it looks awesome, man, with with the silver Sharpie, and Howie does such great signatures. That's we love that jersey.
And respect to Hooligan Nation. I saw he posted on the Facebook today.
Yeah.
He shouted us out and did all that stuff. So he won the Howie last year. And he's got his framed, and it's got like the nameplate on it. It says Howie Long and all that.
Really?
It is
so
bad ass, dude. And it's the same thing, and it's an away one with the silver Sharpie signature. It is absolutely clean. So it's going to look amazing.
Are you pulling that up, Michelle?
I am, yeah.
If you've got it there. Well, I'm talking about my first part of respect here. Pull that up so we can show that off. All right, so I'd like to give a little bit of respect to an absolute legend around here, and that is the great Fred Biletnikoff, Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff. And I want to give her... you got it there, Michelle?
I do.
Okay, here we go. Let's see. You get on your camera there. Oh, look what he did with it.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that looks awesome. So for those of you on the audio podcast, it's in a really nice frame with the nameplate and everything. Same jersey, clean. Signed in a different spot. But outside of that, man, it's
gorgeous.
That's great,
and he's got the little chip in there of the chip that he won.
Oh, the chip that he won?
Oh, does he really? I didn't even notice that.
Because we always give you your poker chip, whatever you're winning poker chip. Oh, that's so cool, man.
Yeah, my phone's filthy. Sorry.
That's all right. That's awesome. That's awesome, Hooligan. Great job there, man. Cool. That is very cool. I'll check that out on the Facebooks. Let's see. Trinidad in there with a donation. Says, toss me in a chip with a $10 donation. PSP with another 20 in there.
Wow.
And hail to Howie.
Shot.
I know. Hail to Howie, the legend in there from Raiders C-Dub.
Oh.
Thank you, Raiders C-Dub. And of course, Trin and PSP.
Very cool. Thank you all.
Salud. All right,
keep this going. We're over $700.
Oh my gosh! All right, so
just saying.
So as I mentioned, that the great Fred Biletnikoff gets my respect because we do this thing with Freddie every year, and it was such a nice gesture that I'm on vacation last week, and I get a text on my phone, and it's like, Murf, hey, it's Fred Biletnikoff. Just wanted to check in with you and see if you were still coming to the crab feed this year to do the donation. And I'm like, yes, sir. Can't wait to see you. Hope you're doing well, and had a nice exchange. Then all of a sudden I get a call from Jeff and goes, hey, I just had the most unbelievable conversation I've ever had in my life. I go, what happened? He goes, Fred Biletnikoff called me. Like calls him to check in with him to see if he's coming to Crab Fest. And then we're talking on our text thing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's absolutely incredible. I go, Michelle, Freddie B called Jeff, and he goes, yeah, he texted her too. Yeah. He reached out to all three of us. What a sweet guy.
It was really cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Did it catch you by surprise?
Yeah, I thought it was a prank. So because it was like, hey, this is Fred. You want to make sure you guys are going to come out this year or whatever, so something like that. And I was just like, okay, Fred Biletnikoff is not texting me. And then so for hours I left him on red, and then talked to Swag, and he said that he called him, and I was like, oh, that might have really been Fred Biletnikoff. So I immediately went and answered, and he answered back, and we had a little exchange. But yeah, it was really cool.
So
it was really
man.
cool.
What a sweet guy, man. Absolute sweet guy. Absolute legend. And as I mentioned, literally doing the Lord's work, taking something that is absolutely, a tragedy and devastating to their family, and then turning it into, good work being done out there to help others is just, it's above and beyond. And also Angela Biletnikoff as well, his lovely wife. Like, absolutely. And it's just the work they're doing is incredible. All right. Michelle, what do you got for respect?
Okay. I have somebody named Poppy.
Hey.
That's all I got.
Poppy.
Hi, Poppy.
Oh, no, wait. Where did that go? Hold on. Oh,
Okay.
no. I lost it.
Oh, no.
Wait, because this was that other. Hold on. Hold, please.
Hold, please. There it is.
I found it. Okay.
Hey.
Oh, wow. That was country.
That was
wow.
country
Did
as
you hear
hell.
that?
Found it.
The
Ma.
hell was that?
I know it comes out every once in a while. I do it too, and I'm like, ooh, wow, that was super
Oh,
country.
it's these high noons.
Is that what it is?
I think that's what it is, because
Yeah.
I haven't. This is the first time I've drank since the last time I was here,
Oh,
or the
okay.
last time that we drank. So okay.
Well, go ahead, Dolly.
Here we go. Pop. So he reached. Funny, dude. Good job. You're so quick. Anyway, no, that was funny. This is our Spotify. He reviewed us on Spotify.
Oh, nice.
And so that's what this
very
is.
cool.
So these are the things that he said. He said, I'm a Raider fan, and I approve this podcast. He said, Raiders Fan Radio is the best Raiders podcast for Raider Nation. The podcast that I turn on when I want to hear Raiders news.
Oh,
So that was super
wow.
cool.
That's so cool. Thank you, Poppy.
Yeah, and Go and give reviews if it's a good review. Like if you're thinking we're shitty, email us and tell us personally.
There you go.
Don't go do that. But if you want to leave a review, a good review and like a 5-star review, we would love for you to do that on every platform that you see us on.
Absolutely. Thank you. Because it promotes the show and it promotes the show, it promotes the foundation.
That's
and
right.
We got to have, they're symbiotic. All right. Swag Jeff,
absolutely. Yeah. So for mine, I want to respect an entire college.
Ooh.
I want to respect the University of Eastern Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah, Eastern Michigan University, and mainly,
shout out Group of Five.
There you go. Shout out Group of Five. But because
and a Group of Five guys,
and a Group of Five guy, especially the one that wears 98 for the silver and black, because Eastern Michigan has named their football field Crosby Field after Max Crosby.
That's so cool, man.
And not only that, but it's like silver turf. Like to me, like
I didn't see that.
The turf is it's like gray. Mm-hmm. It is so freaking badass, and it's got Crosby Field right there or whatever. And they did this whole press thing with Maxx and stuff like that, and they got Maxx like wearing this chain, and it looks like barbed wire, and it's got this big E for Eastern Michigan.
Really?
This just like this big thing on his chest, and they're doing this big old thing, and they unveiled it and all. Dude, it's amazing. So respect to Eastern Michigan for recognizing greatness in Max Crosby and naming their freaking football field. I mean, like,
what an honor!
What a freaking honor!
Man.
What an honor!
Especially, absolutely, and especially for being like, he's a young guy still. Like he's got a lot of runway still for his playing career.
Oh, and just when Wendy said that he donated millions of bucks to renovate the entire thing.
Well, they'll give you silver.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Good stuff there, and much respect to all those good folks. All right, now next up, let's see. I got an idea.
Yeah.
Hey, Swag Jeff.
Yes.
Hit us a couple of breaks there.
Okay.
And then get ready for this. Get ready, Raider Nation. Let's talk about the Raiders.
Oh, my gosh.
Hey, Raider Nation. This is Maxx Crosby from the Oakland Raiders.
And goes down, and Maxx Crosby, who forced a fumble last week.
You're listening to Murf, Mosh, and Swag Jeff on Raiders Fan Radio. Thank you so much. Just win, baby.
Las Vegas, a city without a pro football team, in a world gone mad. What can we do about it? Acquire the most desired franchise in sports history? Sin City, lost wages, home of the Elvis weddings, and 24-hour debauchery. But finally, a match made in heaven. The Oakland Raiders have landed in the desert with the Death Star as their home. And to celebrate beyond your imagination has come 3 individuals hosting the most irreverent show while paying homage to the storied history of this franchise. Raiders Fan Radio with Murf, Swaggy J, and Michelle, taking a lighter side journey into the dark side.
Man, I've got certain information, all right? Certain things have come to light, and, given the nature of all this new shit, this could be a lot more complex. I mean, it might not be just such a simple,
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm blathering about. I've got information, man. New shit has come to light.
All right, new shit has come to light. And so this is a fun little discussion that we're going to have here. All right. I've got in my hands here my formerly nicotine-stained fingers. Sorry, it said knickers, if anything, but nicotine-stained fingers.
Nicotine-stained fingers.
That's what Rush Limbaugh used to say.
Nice.
He used to do this, and then he would say my formerly nicotine-stained fingers. Jeez.
Got it.
Yeah, thanks. All right.
Michelle over here trying to get you canceled.
All right, Big Game Boomer on Twitter, who's got a whole crap.
He's about to get foggy as hell.
I'm already there. Big Game Boomer on Twitter has has like 500,000 followers on Twitter. Okay. All right.
Okay.
And did a poll on the most hostile fan bases in all of sports.
Okay.
Okay. So this doesn't include like global sports. This is like collegiate and pro athletics here in our country. Okay. So domestically. All right.
Okay.
So do you guys, so of course we're bringing it up and we want to hear from you too, chat room. Jerome Graves says, I'm laughing. You're good, Murf. Well, thank you.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
All right. So it's the most hostile fan bases in all of sports. So the Raiders are clearly on this list. Do you all at chat room guess where they're at, where the Raiders may be on the list of most hostile fan bases?
I mean, if it's me, I'm saying they're number 1.
I would say 1, but maybe let's go 2 because they put somebody at 1.
I love it that you're going for that thought, but no, it's number 1.
Oh, hell yeah.
So
Okay,
the Raiders are absolutely number 1 on the list in most hostile fan bases. And they were talking about it in terms of like, fan experience.
Okay.
Like now, frankly, I was a little surprised that the Raiders are still number 1 because we were number 1 in Oakland.
Sure. Yeah.
But then we would still be number 1. Now, maybe they're talking about online presence as well, being this is a Twitter thing.
People don't forget.
That's it.
That's it. And it's and we had built-in reputation too, right?
That's it.
And so there's a lot of Philly teams on here too, which you would think, because I mean, Philly fans are notorious for being, hostile. But I was shocked at who number 2 was. And it's kind of fitting that for us, considering where we live. Yes,
I saw it when you flipped it, so I did see it. But it makes sense. I can see that.
The University of Tennessee.
An SEC team.
Is it really?
I knew it would be. Yeah.
UT was voted number 2 for most hostile fan bases.
Okay.
You want to make any guesses at any other teams, Swag Jeff? You think might be on here?
Well, are all pro teams represented?
I was thinking Alabama.
No, it's just 50. It's top 50.
Top 50. Okay. So I would say there's got to be some like New York teams, maybe like the Yankees or something like that.
Yankees are not on the list. You're right about New York teams, but the Yankees are not one of them.
Okay. Well, then it would be the Ranger fans are pretty wild.
Rangers. They are not on the list. No New York Rangers.
Okay. Well, then it's Knicks.
Boy, Jeff, you're not very good at this. Michelle, you want to take a crack at any?
Yeah, but since you've already seen the list, will you tell us who number 3 is?
I actually just saw the Tennessee name, but I was thinking maybe like the Steelers.
Steelers are on the list, number 27.
And then Alabama.
And then Alabama. Alabama's got to be on here.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, the 37.
Oh, wow. That's
27 and 37 are Pittsburgh, and then Alabama. I will spot you one, though, Jeff, because you were dancing all around it. The Mets.
The Mets.
Oh, 28.
Interesting.
Yeah, the Mets are 28.
Okay.
There's a big one on here that you guys should get.
Missing?
Yeah, this is a team that was in the Super Bowl not that long ago.
We both.
Crickets. I just talked about the city and about how they're notorious. These are the fans
Eagles?
the Eagles.
I
team
thought you said them.
I thought you said that.
Yeah, the fans that booed Santa Claus.
Oh,
So the Eagles are
they
number 3.
They are.
So a Michigan fan
guess.
would tell you that who is also on this list.
The Wolverines?
No, the Michigan fan would tell you that who would be on this list.
Oh, the Lions?
The Michigan fan would tell you
Michigan
that who is
College, Michigan.
Yes. University of Michigan would tell you that.
Well, I said the Wolverines. That's who they are.
He's saying who would
they think are hostile?
Oh, Ohio State.
There you go. Bingo. Yeah. Ohio State is number 4. And then where's like probably one of the, no offense, Ron. We love Ohio. But this team's fans are not known for being very cordial.
In the NFL? The
Yes.
Bengals?
No, close.
The Browns?
The Browns,
the
man.
Browns.
The
I can
Browns
see
are
that
5.
because they're gritty.
So,
I get that.
Yeah, exactly. So you got the Raiders, UT being Tennessee, not Texas, Philadelphia Eagles, Ohio State, and the Browns are then in your top 5. To round it out, you got the Pistons at 6. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see that.
The LSU at number 7.
Death Valley? Yeah.
Death Valley, yeah. And then, actually, you know what? It says global because it does have Manchester United at number 8. Which, see, and I don't think they should. I don't think they should have counted the domestic teams or the international teams because we don't know.
I wouldn't
Paul,
know.
what do you
that.
think?
Paul,
Paul, is that true?
Yeah, because soccer
let us
fans
know.
are notorious for being rowdy,
Right,
and
yeah.
hostile.
They're
and all.
absolutely bananas.
Yeah, so I don't know if I agree with that entirely. But then Georgia Bulldogs at number 9. Then here comes another Philly team. The Flyers are at 10. The Phillies are at 12. Philadelphia is all over this darn thing. And then the SEC, you got Arkansas, you got Florida, then the 76ers, speaking of Philly teams. But anyways, on down the list, I won't give you the whole list, but I thought it was kind of fun that the Raiders were at number one and kind of still are. And so to keep it about our team, you know, like I mentioned, like the Vegas experience is not a hostile one.
Right.
But once upon a time, I'll never forget my cousin Ryan, the family gene mutated and he's a Bronco fan.
Oh.
And he was in town and me and Sonny were going to the Raider game. It was the Raiders Broncos. And he's like, I want to go see the Broncos. And we're like, okay, but we're not fighting for you. Like, and then that was like, you know, like we family and all, but I ain't taking on a bunch of fellow Raider fans for you because you wanted to show up in orange and talk shit. Like, you're on your own on this one, dude. I'm sorry. And so, you know, again, it wasn't like a shitty position, but it was just like, look, man, the things get freaking rowdy. You know what I mean? Like things get rowdy in a tailgate. And so, you know, you have to deal with it. And so anyways, so it's funny. So he showed us up to the game wearing a black t-shirt and a pair of shorts.
There you go.
I'm like, you know what? Fine, good for, and just kind of sat there as the game. Of course, the Raiders kicked the shit out of him.
Our reputation precedes us.
Absolutely. But you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I've seen things myself. Like I remember the Jets game I went to back in 2011. There was some Jets fans in front of us. There was a dad and two sons. And these aren't like kids. These are like, you know, like middle school to like high school kind of age, whatever. Man, because the Raiders were losing early and then started coming back. Every time something would happen, here come the peanuts, the beer, everything raining down on these dudes in front of us. At one point, my dad turns and looks at me and he goes, when is this considered child abuse? Bringing your kid to a Raider game wearing Jets shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And sure enough, when the game was over, they all pulled their jerseys off and walked out in white t-shirts.
Oh, smart.
You know what I'm saying? So like, that's hostile.
Yeah.
I get it. But Vegas ain't like that. But I guess maybe online we're still like that.
Yeah,
Michelle.
well, because I think the fans, Vegas, the environment isn't necessarily like that, but there are still many fans that are like that. Like, so I think, because even here, like when we would go to the Titans games, I would have conversations with, and even outside of any games, I will run into people and have conversations about the Raiders, and they're like, oh, but y'all are so mean. Y'all are so mean. And I'm like, we're not, well, I mean, we can be, but I don't think we're mean. I think we're just passionate about our team. You know? So I think that is going to carry with us no matter where or how long we're, you know, outside of Oakland or LA or whatever. Like, I think that is just in our DNA as Raider fans.
Yeah.
So
100%. Well, and you know, I think we need to get back to that a little bit. And I think that this culture change, and I think that the direction that the team is going.
Ill intent, you mean?
Yeah, 100%. You know, when you got a head coach that promotes violence and ill intent, I think that's going to resonate to not only the players, but it's going to resonate back to the fans. And maybe some of these newer Vegas fans and stuff like that will start to understand what it's all about. You know, I mean, you know, the OGs and all the people that have been repping Raiders for a long time, you know, they're going to be hostile no matter what. But some of these newer people and stuff like that are kind of, you know, just like, you know, they're the Vegas team or, you know, whatever, you know, but, you know, I think this culture change, I think we're all going to get back to that.
Absolutely. And listen, we're not advocates for violence. I mean, you know what I mean?
Well,
and that's the thing is that hostility can be represented without being violent.
Yeah.
Like when you come walking through a Raider tailgate and you're wearing the other team's gear and we're this in your face going, Raiders! Like that. I mean, we're trying to fight you.
Right.
You know what I mean? It just means you're in our tailgate and you're wearing a Charger jersey. Get your ass out of here. You know what I mean? Like that's all it is. It's just a way to call that out. And so the hostility doesn't have to represent violence or anything like that. And I would never like that. That's the thing. Like if you're fighting in the parking lot, like get over yourself.
Yeah, stop it.
That's ridiculous.
It's a game. Yeah.
It's a game. It's a sport. We're all there to enjoy it. Yeah. Nothing should ever lead to that. But as far as like giving shit to other teams' fans, heck yeah. I'll give you a fun Vegas one. When I was hostile, and I'll represent represent hostility. I went to the Washington game against the Commanders, or they were still the Washington football team then. And I'm sitting down. It was the first time I ever sat in the new black hole, right? Oh, yeah. And so I'm sitting down there, and it's like I'm surrounded by red and yellow. Like there's a lot of other teams' fans down there. And so I'm sitting down there and these four guys, and they were great. We were cutting up through the game and whatever. And so these four guys are sitting sitting kind of around me or whatever. And so we get to the end of the game and they're like, hey man, will you take our picture? And I'm like, sure. And so they all are standing there. There might have been like 5 or 6 of them, whatever. There was a group of guys standing there, and they're all sitting there, all kind of cheesing for the camera. And I took the picture, but I did this. And so like all you see is my finger, of those in the audio podcast. You see my middle finger sticking up from the bottom of the picture, but they're all laughing. Like they all, and so it was like, okay, you see like I can be hostile, but it's not like, we're not being threatening or not being like, you know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're all having a good time and joining that it's a game, you know?
Yeah, there's always a lighthearted, like obviously I'm not going to punch somebody. I mean, maybe. I almost punched that one Cowboys fan.
But he was
hostile.
In not a fun way.
And not a fun way. So I just matched his energy. So I will match somebody's energy. But yeah, for the most part, it's all in fun. And if you're a fan, a real fan of another team, you get that it's all in fun.
Sure.
I mean, in Kroger will pass somebody in a Kansas City and I will boo. I will. Like if they're passing, I'm like, boo. And they just laugh or chuckle or whatever and they just keep going. Or, they might say something, I don't know. But I do that when I'm out in public. So
100%.
Call me hostile if you want, but I hate the fucking, sorry.
Yeah.
I hate
There you
them.
go.
So there. Thank you.
Perfect.
Perfect.
All right, Swag Jeff, hit a break and let's talk about some Mount Rushmores.
Hi, this is AJ Cole from the Las Vegas Raiders, and you're listening to Murf, Mosh, and Swag Jeff on Raiders Fan Radio. Just win, baby.
All right, so before we jump into the next segment right here, I wanted to once again flash up this amazing signed Howie Long jersey that we are raffling off tonight for the One Nation Foundation. So every $10 donation tonight via Super Chat, or if you let me know on the PayPal as well, that all those go into the running to win that signed jersey. We're over $700 already tonight.
That's fantastic.
So yeah, and 20 people already have donated. So if you haven't donated and you want to get into the mix on that Howie Long jersey and at the same time help the One Nation Foundation, don't hesitate to hit that Super Chat button. Like I said, every $10 donation get you one poker chip into the running to win that thing. So can't thank you guys enough. Murph.
Absolutely. Thank you also very, very much for your support of Raiders Fan Radio, but more importantly, the One Nation Foundation. Thank you to also the folks that are in the chat room. SoCal Sal is in there. Wyoming Raider is in there. Jordan Ford is in there. T3 Sports Guy is in there. Fabricator Gill is in there. Tyrone Graves is in there. Wyoming Raider is in there. Paul Edgerton. Gianluca Morelli is in there. We appreciate Van City Raider in there. So many of our good friends in there in the chat room, and appreciate your support once again of the foundation. All right, so we've got another discussion.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we got another discussion.
Okay.
So, okay, this is a fun one. So the Mount Rushmore thing has kind of been overdone, I think, at this point, like in terms of like, oh, who's your Mount Rushmore of this, of like, in our terms, it would be the Raiders. We used to do that a long time ago on the show, and we kind of quit doing it because everybody was doing it. But something came up this week, and I thought it would fuel a fun discussion. So NFL, of course, has numerous media outlets online and otherwise to, broadcast content, okay? One of them that they have is called NFL Throwback, and they will put old games on, old NFL films, like all that kind of stuff, right? Well, they came out with a series doing every team's Mount Rushmore. So when we did the Mount Rushmore, we always said that we spot you Al. So you had to pick 3 Raiders. Well, theirs is just players only. They're only doing players, okay? So according to NFL Throwback, the 4 players that adorn the Mount Rushmore are, who do you think, Michelle?
Oh my gosh.
Putting you on the spot.
Cliff Branch.
No.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Good guess. Thinking about the most.
Marcus Allen?
Marcus Allen absolutely is on the list.
Okay.
Yep. Marcus is on there.
Oh, am I still guessing?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's go. Oh, jeez. Oh, Snake.
Absolutely is on there. Kenny Stabler is on the list. So you got 2 of the 4. Swaggo, you want to take a swipe at it?
Did you say Stabler?
Yeah, Stabler and Marcus were the 2 she got.
I would say Charles Woodson.
No, oddly enough, not on there.
What?
Okay.
Must be because he spent so much time in Green Bay, would be my guess.
Fred?
No, Freddie not on the list,
This
but
is
another
hard.
receiver is, and she already guessed Cliff Branch.
Oh, Timmy.
Timmy Brown. There you go.
Yeah.
So Timmy Brown is on there. And then your last one is, frankly, an undersung, under-freaking celebrated Raider. He's a guy that we've talked about in the past couple of years on this show, how I've come to really recognize the idea of his greatness, his contribution to the team, his leadership, what he did, his post-playing career, everything about this man absolutely earns him a spot on Mount Rushmore.
Oh, Gene Upshaw.
Gene Upshaw. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Gene Upshaw. So there's your 4. So you've got Tim Brown, Marcus Allen, Kenny Stabler, and Gene Upshaw. Not a bad list.
That's not bad.
Not a bad list. Here's what I'm going to throw out there. And the chat room was all over it, man. Good job, guys. Yeah. But here's what my question is for you two, and then also the chat room. If you had to take one off and replace it, who would you go with? And while everybody's thinking about their answer, I'm going to tell you mine. We've got 4 offensive players on here. You've got Tim Brown, Marcus Allen, Kenny Stabler, and Gene Upshaw. When NFL Films did their list of the all-time greatest Raiders, the top 10 of greatest Raiders, and I'm going to play it for you here in a minute. When they did their list, this guy was number 2, and that's Howie Long.
Yeah.
That's why everybody wants in on his jersey tonight.
Yeah.
So who would I take off? I'd probably take off Marcus. And the only reason I say that is that I know Timmy Brown wasn't a career Raider. I know he had a late thing with the Buccaneers and whatever, but it was barely like a season. Gene Upshaw, career Raider. Kenny Stabler was a career Raider, but clearly the career was defined as a Raider. Marcus Allen had a big chunk with the Chiefs. And I think that and I know, listen, this is the thing about these kind of lists.
Yeah.
You can't be right because there's going to be a wrong answer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I would take Marcus off.
Or you can't be wrong.
Or you can't be wrong too. So I would take Marcus off and put Howie on there just because then it gives you a defensive. Howie is by far the best defensive player we've ever had, not named Charles Woodson, but Charles was defensive player of the year when he was a Packer. So, you know what I mean? He won a Super Bowl as a Packer. Like Howie won a Super Bowl as a Raider. You know what I mean? Like Howie's on the all-time sack list. When you look at it, Howie is number 2 behind Greg Townsend, and Howie played all over the place. So you got Greg Townsend as number 1, Howie Long number 2, then Anthony Smith, Bill Pickell, Max Crosby. Shout out Max at 5 already.
Man.
Yeah.
Khalil Mack at 6. Chester McLaughlin, Derek Burgess, Tommy Kelly, Rod Martin. There you go. Well, yeah, because he had 33 and a half. Yeah, attaboy, Jeff. So that's mine. I would say Marcus off, Howie on. But that, again, I don't know what else. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know who. I mean, Marcus was Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so hard. But if you had to pick one, Jeff, who would you go with?
I think that would be my guess too. You know, I mean, I think I would probably take Marcus off that list. And if it's not Howie, you know, I mean, I love Lester Hayes. I think that would be one to put on there. I think he was probably, you know, outside of
interceptions.
I mean, either him or Charles Woodson. You know, just because, because of, even though Charles Woodson spent a bunch of time with Green Bay, the way he comes back and represents Raider Nation after the fact too. I mean, when you think of Raideriest Raiders, because that's kind of what I think of when I think of a Mount Rushmore list of Raiders.
Is it though? Okay, well, and let's explore that real quick because I'm going to tell you the way, the way I think about the Hall of Fame is that were you the best at your position in the time in which you played? Okay,
right.
So based on everybody around you, so was Timmy Brown one of, if not the best receiver in football in the time in which he played? Answer is yes.
Yes.
Marcus Allen, was he the best running back in football in the time in which he played? Now, some people might say Bo Jackson because there was a big chunk of Marcus's career that he played behind Bo Jackson. So that's a question in there. Was Kenny Stabler the best quarterback in football the time in which he played? Well, he's an NFL MVP.
Yeah.
Like, you can't get any better. Was Gene Upshaw the best guard that ever played? Might be in the history of the game, let alone in the time in which he played.
Yeah.
So Upshaw cemented, Stabler, I think, cemented, Timmy B even. But then, to answer your question, is Jack Tatum the best safety in the league in the time in which he played? Yes. Is he in the Hall of Fame? No. But if we're just talking about ranking, and I mean to step all over your answer there, but I'm just jumping in to define the criteria there. If we're talking about the most Raidery of Raiders, well, then it's Willie Brown, probably Gene still, probably Kenny still. But now you start to introduce different things. I think this is impact on the field.
Okay.
Where would you go?
Cool.
Okay.
Then Gene's got to be on that list. I mean, you could put Jim Otto on that list.
That's another one I thought of too.
You could put Daryl LaMonica on that list.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like you can put a lot of players and replace.
Casper.
You could put so many people.
It's tough, man.
Greg Townsend. You put him on that list.
You want to go just off of freaking on field.
He's done it more than any other Raider.
Yeah,
absolutely. Well, before we go to you, Michelle, I'm going to hit some of these names that are coming across the chat room. Bo, obviously. Namdi, that's a great call out there.
Yes.
Namdi Asamoah. Marcel Reese, that's my guy right over here. And then, Tyrone Wheatley. Great call there from our buddy Tyrone Graves. Vegas Raider Pete, Freddie B.
That's why
I'm saying. Go wrong with Freddie B.
You can't go wrong with Freddie B. Howie also in there. Agent 00, kick him in the head, Ted. Art Shell. There you go, man. Some really good names. Wyoming Raider says Townsend. Absolutely Townsend. The Judge. There you go. Lester, the assassin.
What about John Madden?
Well, but these are players.
It's just players.
Okay. Because on my Mount Rushmore, it's Al and Madden. I mean, you cannot. You know what I mean? But anyways, Michelle. So what do you got? If you had to take one off and replace it, who would it be and with who?
So it is one of those things where you literally couldn't remove. But if we're talking personal, I think I would maybe remove Stabler and put Tom Flores if we're talking quarterbacks because of what he did for the Hispanic, like him, like what he brought culturally in that aspect. I think that would be cool for me to see him on there. You know what I'm saying? But I really think you could literally pull and plug.
It's a plug and
really
play. There's so many
players. It would be hard if you're talking about intangibles and also what they did on the field.
So and I think that's where it's
just on the field.
I think
stuff,
so.
Which is I mean, you still could pull names and plug in different names over and over again.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can't wait for the day where we can say that we can take someone like Marcus Allen out and put Maxx Crosby. Because this is my generation's Howie Long. This is my generation's Kenny Stabler.
That's true. Yeah,
it's our guy. It's the face of the franchise.
Yeah.
It's the guy that's doing it better than anyone else at his position at the time in which he played.
Yeah,
and the time is now.
Absolutely. Good stuff, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Good stuff. Jay Schrader, Paul says.
Sebastian. Someone said Sebastian Janikowski. He also
played
big.
Not a bad call out.
Yeah.
Was he one of the best kickers or the best kicker in the time in which he played?
Yeah.
Other than Adam Vinatieri.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I can't think of anybody else. This is an interesting thing here. And since we're on the discussion portion of the show, let's go. And we got plenty of time tonight as we're raising money for the One Nation Foundation. So I mentioned that top 10 list, okay? That the NFL Films came out with about their greatest Raiders, okay? So I already told you that Howie's number 2, okay? So I spotted you Howie Long, all right? Let's go with you guys guessing in chat room the rest of the 9. So who did NFL Films in this list? I'm pretty down with this list. It's pretty freaking close.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what is this?
I might reorder some of the things, but it's in terms of
the top 10 Raiders.
Top 10 Raiders all time.
And what are the first 4 we already did?
You got Howie Long.
Okay.
Howie Long is number 2.
Oh, gotcha.
That's all we got right now.
So you got
that's all
9,
we have. Okay.
Yeah, so you got 9 more to go.
Greatest Raiders.
Greatest Raiders according to NFL Films this time.
Okay. Well, I mean, Ken Stabler.
Kenny Stabler's number 4. Absolutely Kenny. All right.
Marcus,
absolutely. He is number 10 on the list.
Okay.
Lester Hayes.
No, not on the list.
Jeez.
Nope.
Okay. Cliff Branch.
Cliffy is number 7 on the list.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Freddie
is number 3 on the list.
Rod Martin.
No.
My personal favorite.
Right.
He's like John Cena.
Charles Woodson.
Yeah, absolutely.
Woodson is not on the list.
Son of a.
Oh man, I'm trying to think. Is Gannon on that list?
Gannon is not on the list. You guys are missing some biggies.
Well, Janikowski.
No, that's a great guess, but no, not Jano. No.
Bolitnikov. Freddie.
Yeah,
we already got Freddie. Freddie was number 3.
So what numbers we got? We're still missing number 1.
We got number 1.
Oh, shit. Okay.
5, 6, 8, and 9.
Is it Gene?
Gene and Art Shell are number 1.
Are number 1.
As a combined.
As a combined. Oh, okay. That makes
because
sense.
they played right next to each other, the greatest left side of an offensive
Yes.
line in the history of football.
Okay.
Absolutely. All right. So now you still got some other big ones on here.
Timmy.
Timmy is number 5.
Okay.
There you go. And then you got 3 left. And one of them I don't know if I would put on my top 10 list.
Okay. Willie Brown.
Willie is absolutely on here.
Okay.
He would be on mine. He's at number 9.
Okay.
Actually, 2 of them I don't know. The next 2, I don't know if I would put them on there.
Bo Jackson.
No, not on there.
Because that would be
too
one
short
that
a career.
Yeah, well, and that's kind of why I was
really,
like, I wonder if maybe you'd replace him with somebody else.
Yeah.
Plunkett?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah. And here's what fueled my thought about this thing is that, and Wendy says Plunkett in there too, and I know a lot of people said Plunkett.
Wendy's.
There was somebody in there that said, how is Plunkett not in the hall? Here we go. Raider 27. How is Plunkett not in the hall? I'm going to bring that up here in just a second.
Okay.
But let's get to
So
this
we have
last
one more?
Got one more to get to.
And is this the one you said you're not sure you...
Well, that one, Plunkett, and then Blanda too.
Blanda's on that list?
I wouldn't have guessed that. I was going to say I wouldn't have guessed it anyway.
Spoiler alert! I just gave it away.
I would
not have guessed that.
I wouldn't have put Blanda on there. I wouldn't have put Blanda on there, and I don't think I would have put Plunkett. Here's the thing, man, and this is... I've caught a lot of shit on this show a lot of times for my opinions, but that's okay because we're just fans and we all got buttholes and opinions, and so we just you know what I mean.
That's true.
And I'm only going to show one of them to you guys. And so,
close your eyes.
Are you feeling lucky tonight? Get us over 1,000.
Only one will wink at
you. Keep those donations coming in.
Hey, speaking of which, we're talking about greatest of all time. Jordan Ford jumps in and says, "I refused a homeless guy money once because he was wearing a Chiefs shirt."
See,
but with a $20 donation, the One Nation Foundation.
Oh, nice.
Thank
Trinidad
you so much.
says one more chip with a 10.
Nice.
And then Fabricator Gil says, "I like that jersey. I hope I get the chip too," and gives another $100 donation
Thank
to
you,
the
Gil.
One Nation Foundation.
Y'all are the best.
So I'm telling you. We're over $800 now, so this shot could be a reality by the end of the
Y'all,
night.
my birthday Sunday. Give in
Yeah.
honor of my birthday. Like,
There
get
you
us
go.
over
Happy
1,000
birthday,
for
Michelle.
my birthday. Thank you.
It's your 29th birthday, yeah?
It is my 29th.
Nice.
Gosh, how did
Wow.
you guess? That's,
Never guess a woman's age, Murf. What the hell?
that's a great guess. You're so close.
All right, so let's talk about Plunkett for a second, okay?
Let's talk about it.
So I think the reason that Jim is the only time, at least for now, Super Bowl quarterback, two-time winning Super Bowl quarterback to not be in the Hall of Fame, because Eli Manning is the other one right now. I think the reason why is that when we look at highlights and we reflect back on the Raiders' success of the late 70s and early 80s, it's presented to us in a very bright light. When you were in it back in those days, the reality of it is that Jim struggled a lot. And he wasn't a prolific passer. Was he clutch in some postseason games? Absolutely. And this is not me sitting here trying to shit on Jim Plunkett or his career at all. But I think that there are things that fans don't take into consideration that the Hall of Fame does. It's the reason that it took Tom Flores so long to get in, because his career as a Raider is spectacular. His career coaching otherwise is not.
Yeah.
And so the Hall of Fame takes the entirety into consideration. Now, the thing that Flores had going for him was that, like what you said, Michelle, the barriers that he broke and the things that he did off the field as well cemented his legacy. And when you look at just what he did as a Raider, it absolutely is Hall of Fame worthy. And I even once upon a time was wondering about that. And I brought it up on this show and people freaking killed me for it. But I thought, but I've come around on Plunkett. I've still never come around on that. And it's only because in the moment, he doesn't have the shining stats. He's got a decent postseason record with the Raiders, but they were monster teams surrounding this man.
Yeah.
You had Marcus freaking Allen and Ted Hendricks and John Matuzak and Matt Millen and Greg, you know what I mean? Like you had all these like amazing players around him. Look at that secondary.
Yeah.
You had Hayes and Haynes. like the greatest cornerback duo in the history of the game on the other side of the ball. So like, I think that's what it is about Jim. And again, it's not a takeaway, and it's not the saying that like those passes he threw to Cliffy in Super Bowl 15 that, you know what I mean, weren't great. The sideline toss to Kenny King, but that was more Kenny King than it was Jim Plunkett. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just think if we get real with it, and it's hard for us to look at it objectively as a Raider fan. It's hard for me too, but just to understand it, why is he singled out as not being included? I think that's the case. I think that when you there's a reason that Al Davis traded for Dan Pastorini. There's a reason that Al Davis was still looking for a quarterback when he had Jim Plunkett because he wasn't completely sold on his playing ability. And look, man, again, that's just the truth of it, Michelle. I hate to be that guy, but
yeah, no, it's hard to look at those things objectively, especially with so much time that has passed. Like you look back fondly on, especially like players that have done big things, and you kind of like right now, it's easy to see when a quarterback doesn't have the help around him, but when they're surrounded by just mammoth players, it really raises them to a level that maybe they wouldn't have been at if they were not surrounded by those people. So.
Yeah, 100%. Well, when you think of all-time Raider greats, when you think of people that are Hall of Fame worthy and all that stuff, like those teams of the 70s and 80s, when I think of the Super Bowl, in 80 and 83, I don't think of like my favorite players on that team. My mind doesn't go to Jim Plunkett.
Right.
It's way
no
down
one's
the
favorite
list.
player is Jim Plunkett.
No one's favorite player is Jim Plunkett. And I love me some Jim Plunkett.
Sure.
You know, we've met him on multiple
guy.
occasions. He's a good guy. He sat down and
been
interviewed
nice to me
us.
once.
And you've met him 5 times. But there was
he probably listens to the show.
Golly.
He's like, man, F that guy.
He's certainly listening. Absolutely.
He ain't listening to this damn show. I promise you.
Well, now he's really not. Thanks a lot, guys.
His wife wouldn't let him. But like when you think about all that stuff, you have the Howies and the Matt Millens and the Rod Martins and the Fred Biletnikoffs and you have all these people. But you could pick any of this player. Who's your favorite quarterback or who's your favorite Raider player of all time?
Stabler.
Okay. Yeah, and he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
You know, when you think of all these guys, like, I guess the point I'm trying to say is that Plunkett is no one's favorite player of all time. And so maybe that's part of it. I mean, obviously the Hall of Fame doesn't look at that and go, oh, well, no one likes him, so whatever. but I guess he wasn't the end all be all, put it all on my back kind of guy. He was almost an afterthought. And he was the Super Bowl MVP of Super Bowl 15, but was he? When you look at Rod Martin
catching 3 interceptions? Rod Martin got snubbed,
he
man.
Absolutely. Bad.
Yeah, I agree.
Now I'm mad just thinking about it.
It's your guy.
That's
right
my
after
guy.
Charles Woodson. That might be your guy.
It is my guy right after Charles Woodson.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah. No, so that's it. And, it's a tough conversation to have, but I think that there's a reality to it in that. And, and listen, I don't know if it'll ever happen.
I think it will. I think at some point.
If it's it doesn't need to happen posthumously like it did for Kenny and for Clifford.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they're gonna do it, it needs to it needs to be on the radar there.
Paul.
What did Paul say? Well, no, read it. Oh, Plunkett will get. Oh no. Never mind.
Y'all can read it amongst yourselves.
No, Jordan Ford says now you're just obliterating Jim Plunkett. It's not. I promise it's not that. We're not trying to get after Jim Plunkett. I promise that's it. I just thought it was an interesting discussion, and I think that it's something that we could, just whatever. You've heard me. I'm not going to repeat myself over and over again, but, my Uncle Murf, the guy that I pulled my name from, or Uncle Mosh actually gave me the name from my Uncle Murf. But anyways, point being, my Uncle Murf used to sit on the couch, and we would watch Raider games, and he would say, sometimes watching Jim Plunkett, I get a little bit of an anxiety attack. And his passes look like wounded ducks.
Ooh.
This is in 1982, man. Like that was the temperature of Raider Nation around Jim Plunkett back then. So anyway, take that for what it is. All right, next up, let's get to, I'll tell you what, Jeff, let's do a break. And then let's jump into some audio bites here that we have from Howie Long on the Maxx Crosby podcast.
This is Raiders Fan Radio. I'm Brent Musburger, and I don't care who wins as long as it's the Raiders.
Nobody enjoyed a good Donnybrook more than sixth-year linebacker Phil Villapiano.
This is Phil Villapiano, and you're listening to Raiders Fan Radio.
Jeff, we got some awesome donations coming. Hey, turn off your couch. We got some awesome donations coming in here tonight. We've got another $10 in there from PSP Raiderette. You're the absolute best. Thank you, PSP. We got Schmucky the Raider Bear in there, dropping a $30 donation. Says, haven't been around much, but always supporting the show and watching the show post live. Appreciate you. Appreciate Raider Kyle in there with a $9.99 donation.
Yeah.
Appreciate you so very, very much. Trent in there with a $9.99 in honor of Michelle and 12 wins. That is great stuff in there. We appreciate you. Thank you to all of those of you that are donating tonight. We appreciate your kindness so very, very much. Elon Bush in there says, don't lose sponsorships over Jim Plunkett, guys. So here's the thing. We're not shills. We ain't. I mean, listen. I promise you will only get straight takes from us around here at Raiders Fan Radio. You know what I mean? Like we are. We're certainly not going to do anything for clicks or likes or listens or money or any of that kind of stuff. And so, but we appreciate your support, obviously. But yeah, man. Like we just tell just what our opinion is, and if you don't, and you know what? And here's the other thing too. And for those of you that are new to the show, we don't pretend to be right.
Yeah.
Like, I don't expect everybody to be like in the chat room go like, yeah, go Murf, you tell it, you shit on Jim Plunkett. Like, I don't expect that. I expect to get the opposite, frankly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I expect for freaking people to tell me like, shut your mouth. You have no idea what you're talking about. And I welcome that. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's
Hell,
not
everyone gives their opinion. Like everyone is, and no one's opinion is going to match. And how flipping boring would it be if we were all just sitting here saying the same thing and everybody was agreeing with us? Like that would be like a snooze fest.
It would, absolutely.
So,
sitting around agreeing with each other. Yeah, that's not very interesting conversation.
Yeah. And I wouldn't want a sponsor that wouldn't allow us to be honest. So there.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Absolutely. Leo in there with another donation for $19.99 from my era of Raiderism. Tops are Howie Long, Marcus Allen, Timmy Brown, and Charles Woodson. That's a good list.
Wow, that is a good one.
Can't beat
With that $20 donation.
I like that.
Vibrator says Manscaped hates Plunkett too.
Hey, if you know, you know.
That's funny. All right, so
he has ran through many a lawnmower, I'm sure.
That's why Manscaped has to keep coming out. That's why they have to keep coming out with new ones. The 1.0 worked for everybody except one.
If you know, you know.
Okay, no more high noons for me, and maybe I don't need a shot. I don't know.
Well, we're probably going to have to take one.
It was the 70s, we're crying out loud.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
All right. So, jeez. Okay. Paul Edgerton says Plunkett would have broke Manscaped. All right, next up here, Howie Long, of course, the great Howie Long, who we're giving away that amazing jersey tonight. Went on to Max Crosby's podcast, and Michelle, you had a chance to listen to this whole thing.
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to listen to the whole thing yet, but I did find some great clips that I want to play for you all. And you know, the Rush podcast, man. Wow, what a nice freaking stop for Raider Nation, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you got all the heavy hitters coming through and representing on this show. Kicked it off. It was AP was the first one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. AP was on there, and then he's just had a slew of Raiders on there since then. And you know, it's great. And this is the thing that I like about the Rush, or you know, the OG guys that did it, or the Bussin' guys. The thing about when you have player ran podcasts is that you get an honesty because there's no defenses.
Yeah.
Like they know they're in a safe space. They know that like Max and the other guys in the room, they're not going to put them in a position to say anything that's going to get them in trouble or to, you know what I mean? Or to catch flack from the internet or whatever else. Like, so So you get a lot more of a raw conversation, and you get some great stuff that comes out of these things. And so anyways, the first one, I've got 2 clips to play for you. The first one I want to get into here is talking about, we've talked a lot about the past tonight, and Howie was like in that transitional time. Like Howie's rookie year was that Super Bowl season in '83. So you got this greatness of the Raiders of the late 70s, early 80s. Howie comes in, and then he's like there for the transition into Timmy Brown and Jeff Hostetler and all that era of the Los Angeles Raiders, right? And not only were the Raiders changing significantly during that time, but the NFL landscape was starting to change.
Yeah.
So Howie has a really unique, I would say that like the game became the more modern game that we see it today. And now that some people don't like that, but bottom line is that Howie was part of that old school Raider and NFL mentality, and then helped usher it into this new era. And so, so here he is talking about how the culture has started to change, or how the culture changed from his day versus what it's like now in the NFL.
They were built different back then, but that was just like normal. I feel like the culture was a lot different back then too. It was just like, how was that? What was it like in the locker room and shit? I can't even imagine.
There was no, there were no insiders. There's no podcasts. There's no cell phones. There's no internet. So think about it. A guy could disappear hypothetically. I'm just going to say this hypothetically.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, a guy could disappear for 2 days in the middle of the week and play on Sunday, and the beat writer maybe looked the other way. When you got your news about the Raiders early on the East Coast, it was UPI or AP, and it was that. There's no ESPN. There's nothing. You got to fight in practice. You got to fight in the locker room, allegedly there were fights on planes.
This is perfect because you're just leading me to my next question. So this is great. Just keep going.
All you have to do is, if you get this one phrase down, I have no knowledge of the aforementioned incident.
I plead the fifth. Exactly. And it's great that you brought up, alleged fights on the, on the plane and, in the locker room. Who was, I can't single them out. I would say, what was the craziest fight you've ever seen on the practice field? Was it a joint practice? Was it just between you guys? Was there some massive brawls? You got to give us a little bit of insight. You don't have to name every name, but
I'll let you go in. I'll let you go into the facility and ask what was the most brutal fight.
Oh God!
At practice.
Who should I ask? Scotty or Scotty Touche, or who should I talk to?
Bobby Romanski.
Bobby Romanski. All right. I'll make sure to do that.
He's probably the only guy left.
All right, there we go. So he brings up Bob Romanski there as a guy who was there. So Bob Romanski is the son of Dick Romanski. Dick Romanski was the original equipment manager for the Raiders in 1960. He was the only equipment manager that the Raiders had until he turned over the role to his son, to Bob. So
that's so
incredible.
So this guy, like that family, has been in every single locker room, practice facility ever for the entire history of the Oakland, Las Vegas, Los Angeles Raiders. And so I love it that Howie's talking about that, about how the world was so different. And I even think about it like in terms of like for us, just like the idea that like there were no camera phones when I was in high school and early 20s, and all that, like, thank goodness. And it's kind of the same thing like here, but in the NFL context, like these guys there's a camera in their face or a microphone in their face, literally 24/7. And then when they are away and they're going on vacation, whatever, they're putting themselves on Instagram and everything else. So it's like they're constantly plugged in. And so it was a different world back there. And I loved it that Howie talked about that, how not only was there more there were controlled privacy from themselves, but then there was a little more discretion on the behalf of the media, which we don't see that at all anymore, Michelle.
No, I thought that part was so funny because it sounded like he was calling the beat writers now are snitches. Like that was so funny. He was like, "Oh, back then beat writers would kind of have your back," and there's that one. Man, he's a snitch for sure. He got a snitch face. Anyway, anyway.
We're just lining them up tonight, man.
We are. It's the off season. What are you gonna do?
What else are you gonna do?
Yeah. When he said that, it made me laugh because like they must have had their back then. Like if they wanted to like be gone for a little while, nobody said anything. But now you can't freaking sneeze without somebody saying, that you did something you shouldn't have been doing, and that's got to be really hard because they're humans. Like I would. Well, I'd be in a lot of trouble if there was cameras everywhere I was. Like I would be in a lot of trouble. So
we were just talking about that before the show.
Yeah.
They're like, it's a good thing.
Don't ever bug my house because holy cow, yeah,
right?
I would be in a lot of trouble.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just got to suck because you can't just be a human and play the game that you love. Like you really have to be on your P's and Q's everywhere you go.
Yeah, 100%.
That's gotta suck.
100%. Well, think about those players from the 80s. If you're a beat writer, do you want to ask Lyle Alzado or any of these other guys? Hey, how come you weren't here for the last couple days?
Gosh, right.
Good luck
You're
with that.
about
You're
to
gonna
catch these hands, bro. You know what I mean? Like, these guys, they're terrifying. They were terrifying men. You know what I mean? Like, holy cow. Don't ask them personal questions. Get out of my face.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And it's funny. We call this a segue in the biz. So I'm so glad you brought up Lyle Alzado because,
nice.
One of the parts of the interview that really jumped out at me is that, we all know Lyle's crazy stories and there are a lot of them anyways. And especially the ones because he was on screen doing that shit. He wasn't shy to do that. He didn't have to do that behind the scenes. But Howie, of course, one of his line mates, of course. So Howie's playing next to Lyle Alzado, first thing coming into the league. And so he had a relationship with Lyle, and he goes on a pretty good segment talking about it. I'm not going to play you the whole thing, but I got a chunk in here of Howie Long talking about the great Lyle Alzado.
Lyle was crazy.
Oh, there we go.
Lyle was crazy, but not a lot in our. He did. And you could get away with these things kind of a little bit more in games where Lyle would take a helmet off and start beating somebody with it. And he's still in the game.
Good. That's crazy.
It was a different time. I mean, I had some problems at practice, not a lot, but, and I think it was important to deal with it. And just address it, and if you know how to fight, you could do things that maybe wouldn't put your hand in jeopardy, or Lyle would kick you, throw you, rip your helmet off, chuck it 20 yards downfield. He was like, I used to walk in and say, I say good morning, and base the rest of my day on how he responded, because at one point we got him a mood ring, because the mood ring was either on white and bright or down and brown. He was that volatile. He was a sweetheart of a guy. He was the hottest of hotheads. I mean, one time we were down at the gym in Venice, and he took I think it was a 10-pound plate. He just chased these guys around the gym, beating them with a 10-pound plate.
It's wild.
Just because?
For the fuck of it?
Well, no, I mean, something had happened. I wasn't right there. It doesn't take a lot. I mean, it's like if you've got a dry forest and you just throw a
little match. Yeah.
I called him 3 Mile Island.
3 Mile Island.
3 Mile Island, because you never knew when 3 Mile Island was going to blow. He was a nuclear plant. He really was.
R.I.P.
It's funny.
Oh my gosh. Isn't that great stuff there, man?
Such a great story.
Love hearing those stories directly. You know what I mean? And rest in peace. I mean, Lyle's been gone for a hot minute now.
Yeah.
And so you don't hear as many stories about him as you used to, because there was not a lot of guys that now played with him. But one of the things that I love, though, that Howie highlighted there, he said he was a sweetheart of a guy. And I'll never forget this, and I probably should have got the audio ready. I'll play it sometime this month. We'll revisit this. For those of you that are old enough to remember the Arsenio Hall show, okay, he was on Arsenio Hall. Lyle Alzado was.
Okay.
And Arsenio asked him, what was the best moment in your career? And, we see the famous shots of Lyle Alzado post Black Sunday, with the tears in his eyes, doing his fist like this and all this kind of thing. And he talked about how it was, and I'm going to paraphrase because I don't remember the story exactly. I need to look it up. But there was a sick kid. Came to him like on the sidelines, like maybe a Make-A-Wish situation or whatever, and told him how much that Lyle meant to him and loved him and was thankful for him as a player and such like a hero or whatever and he was like, that was it. And Arsenio was like, but you've won Super Bowls, you've been on great teams, you've been a great player, you fought Muhammad Ali for crying out loud, like whatever. He's like, no, that was it. Meeting that kid, like it's just like. What a duality of man. You know what I mean? To be this crazy maniac beating the shit out of people with weights at the gym, and the most special moment of your career was meeting a sick kid. Like, right? Like,
yeah. It just shows, well, like you said, the duality of, he was a loose cannon, but which I think really helped him on the field because he instilled fear and he knew that was a part of the game. And it was obviously just a part of who he was. But yeah, he had a humanity to him that was really beautiful. And I think that being able to see that and hear that is really cool, because you can be a gruff, big. I know a lot of guys that are like really gruff, but man, let a kid need something or give them tell them they like their hat or something, like that'll be like the coolest thing that'll happen to him that day. Like I just think that is really humanizing to see that, because you hear all these stories. And to hear that is really humanizing. Really cool.
Yeah, gentle giants, man.
Yeah.
That's really what it boils down to, a lot. And I feel like there's probably a lot of stories like that about a lot of different Raiders, that are just mean and grisly and rough on the, but just really sweet people and family, because that's what Raider Nation's all about, right? It's a family thing. So, I think that resonates from players to fans to everybody in the organization and stuff like that. So, I think that's so cool that Lyle says that a moment like that, a moment that no one else would, some people would probably just walk by and be like, oh yeah, whatever, kid, whatever. But that's just a
photo op, move on. Yeah.
True
Thanks
testament
for being
of who he is. Yeah. That's incredible. What a cool story.
Yeah. Cool stuff there. And so again, check out the Rush podcast from the great Maxx Crosby. And that thing is, it's getting to be on my short list of favorite podcasts, being of course a Raider fan. All right. So speaking of Maxx Crosby, let's go ahead and jump into a couple other sound bites I got for you here. Man, you said it earlier, Jeff, about how you look forward to the day that Maxx Crosby could be considered for his spot on the Mount Rushmore Raiders. I think already he's earned our respect as one of the all-time great Raiders already. I
think so too.
Genuinely, and I'm an old school guy. My favorite players are of the 70s and early 80s, even in the 60s, for crying out loud. There's Darryl LaMonica and Warren Wells and everybody.
Sure.
But Maxx Crosby is firmly in place as one of the all-time greats. He is the most Raidery of Raiders. He is the leader of this football team, and I think an excellent representation of what it is to be a Raider. All that said, on top of it, he takes pride in the idea, and we've heard this from other players. Somebody once said, I'll retire before I play for another team.
Yeah.
Maxx Crosby, I believe it, that he wants to play out the entirety of his career with the Raiders.
Did you ever think privately what it might be like to be someplace else? Because that might be natural, or was it always critical to you to make sure that you could stay with the Raiders as long as possible?
Yeah, for me, I the guys who inspired me are the Kobes and the Jordans, the guys that stayed at the same place and won in the same place. So no offense to the guys like LeBron and those dudes that, I won't give them some heat, but they, took the easier road travel, and that's really not the way I look at it. I feel like for me, going through it and going through the ups and downs and the hardships is going to make it even that much, sweeter when I do win a Super Bowl. So I plan on being here for a very long time, and I plan on winning here. So yeah, when I signed that contract, I didn't have any type of, thought of leaving or idea of leaving. I feel like I'm going to be a Raider for life, for sure.
Oh, I love that. Now listen, you can't predict the future, right? Never say never. Like I get it. Business is business, and at the end of the day, this is his job. But out of everybody that's represented the Raiders of recent history, this is the one guy that I believe would actually take a pay cut or do something, you know what I mean? Or like respect a coaching decision or whatever else in order to still stay in the silver and black. Now, I don't know that. I don't know the guy, but I'm going to take him at his word for what he's saying there. And I think there's something special about what he pointed out there, is that we see this like in college football now with the transfer portal, right? Ain't nobody loyal anymore, like at all. And listen, it's a business. And again, it ain't show friends, it's show business. So I get it. That said, would you rather be like a Quinyon Mitchell playing at a small school, be a badass, and then go high in the NFL draft, be the big fish in the small pond, take your lumps playing in a lower division, or go in the transfer portal so you can go play at Texas or freaking Alabama or whatever. So the idea that what he brought up, his example, was LeBron. And I think that when everybody loves to do the comparison and it's LeBron, it's Kobe, and it's Michael. Those are the three guys that are typically in the conversation. Kobe and Michael never left. I know Michael played with the Wizards at the end of his career, but that doesn't count. And if he wouldn't have played baseball, he'd have won 8 straight championships.
Yeah. Truth.
So I think that idea of like, look, it's not always going to be great. You got to take your lumps in some seasons, but when it does pay off, it will be the highest of highs, right? We talk about the Raiders of the 70s. They got the shit kicked out of them a lot by the Steelers in the postseason, by the Dolphins in the postseason. Some of the greatest teams in the history of football. You didn't see Kenny splitting. You didn't see Freddie bailing out.
Right.
You didn't see these guys being like, I want to get out of here. They hung in there and they freaking duked it out until they ultimately won the prize. And so for Maxx Crosby to say that, and again, to bring up LeBron, and I'm not trying to like downplay like LeBron's significance in the league and his greatness or whatever, but that's why he loses the argument to me anyways.
Oh,
it's
hands down.
It's because he freaking bounced around to 19 different teams chasing a championship, and now he's trying to chase one for his kid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't, that spirit, you just don't see it as much in modern athletes. And so for a guy like Maxx, who, listen, he's been through the shit. This Raider team hadn't been all that exemplary since he's been around. Like, he's been through some shit. And so for him to still be that committed, I know $98 million has a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
I'm not naive over here, but I am trying to tell you is that for him to express it in that fashion, like, how do you not love that as a fan, you know?
Yeah, well, I think his philosophy, and as well as some of these other greats, is you dance with the one that brought you. Who gave me my shot? And for him, I feel like Maxx Crosby has really developed not only, of course, as a player and stuff like that, but as a man and as a person through the Raiders and with the Raiders' support and help. And so I think he wants to give his entire self back to the Raiders. And so I think that there's a lot to be said about folks like him, folks like Kobe and Michael and stuff like that are willing to go, hey, you know what? You took a chance on me, so I'm taking a chance on you forever. I feel like Michael took pay cuts. I think, I feel like there was a couple times
so you
where
could keep
Michael was like low on like the pay scale.
Well, in comparative,
in comparison, and stuff like that.
Because he had to make room for Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman and freaking, you know what I mean, Steve Kerr. And
so it's a true testament of who he is.
Yeah, I think like seeing the finish line and kind of envisioning being able to sort of say, I put this team on my back and I carried them. Like, he can see where they're headed. Not to mention, the importance of the history and the culture of the team. Like, he has embodied that. And so when you sort of take that on as your own identity, he can only really see what the Raiders are doing. He's not thinking about anybody else. And that, I think, is where champions win, having that mentality and not kind of seeing other teams that might want him. Because, every team would want him, I would think.
Oh, absolutely.
So for him to be able to sort of just envision just the Raiders. Like it's a special kind of player.
Absolutely. Van City Raider in there says, oh wait, I'm sorry. No, Van City Raider. Who was that? It was Jordan Ford. Said it's different than the way he said it versus we'll just say someone else. This doesn't feel forced.
I don't want to like take up for Derek. We were going to say his name.
Well,
Sorry. I know who
okay.
you're talking about. We all know who we're talking about. But I would imagine in the time that it happened to him, I don't think he wanted to be anybody but a Raider, but that whole situation kind of happened so fast. And I know he probably thought, I still have some football in me. And I think he didn't want to go out the way that it was such an ugly. And now looking back, we all kind of know that
That's
it was
true.
What's his name? The fat-eared guy you hate. That he had a lot of. Well, we're just add him to the list tonight. But everybody's
on board with that one. Yeah.
But so that just happened.
That's a good
like
point. That's a good
such a
point.
whirlwind. I would have also been like, you know what? I've got football left in me. Y'all are closing the door on me, but I can't retire right now.
Yeah.
So I feel like that may have been, I don't know, I'm not speaking for the guy, but I feel like that's may be of what happened with him.
Well, and I'm sure the level of communication from Josh McDaniels to Derek Carr in that moment, I'm sure it was very disrespectful as it was, you know what I mean? And so I could see Carr going like, you know what, dude, like F off, I'm out of here. And I'm going to
prove myself.
And I'm going to go prove myself somewhere. So
then he didn't, but okay.
Well, he didn't. Yeah. But I think that's a very fair point, Michelle, because we do give Derek Carr a lot of shit. But I do think though that when you,
that was a weird time, man.
That was a weird time. And McDaniels was it wasn't, and what we learned and we talked about just a couple weeks ago that like Derek's ire wasn't targeted at the Raiders.
Right.
It came out like that because he wasn't going to pinpoint one person, but it was freaking one person. It was Josh McDaniels.
100%. Well, and we talked about it a couple weeks ago, but like I kind of feel bad. Like I feel bad for Derek.
Yeah.
Like that sucks. Like I wouldn't, I've said some shit about Derek and I stand by those things because still you got to carry yourself a little bit better than some of the things that he did and all that kind of stuff. But like in some way, like, man, like I wish you could have been a Raider for your whole career.
Yeah.
Because you wanted to, and you were literally chased out of the building with a flames and a pick and all that stuff, so, that's, I'm glad we're at where we're at now.
Yeah.
But like for him, for a guy that did love the Raiders so much,
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I think he believed it when he said it. When
Okay,
he said
that's
he was
fair.
good, I
That's
do
fair.
think he believed it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Well, you mentioned where we're at now, Jeff, and I don't put 100% of the responsibility on one person, but I'd put about 99.5% of the responsibility on Antonio Pierce about why we are where we are at.
Yeah.
We've talked endlessly about his leadership and the impact that he's had to this organization, the culture change. You've heard it all from us before. But that can't be, what's the word I'm looking for? You can't measure it enough. Like it's been so significant because to go from that dysfunction that we were just talking about to now the health of it, none of that happens without him. That quickly. It doesn't happen without him. And I would, there's been a lot of discussion around like, oh, we could have interviewed this person or hired that person or whatever. I don't think anybody gets us to this spot right now quicker than Antonio Pierce. That to have a complete seismic shift in the culture, the attitude, the experience of a fan, experience of a player, the people in the front office, people in the back office, for crying out loud, everybody that's involved with the organization, their perception and feeling of the Raiders has been shifted because of one guy, one freaking guy. And God forbid he have success. He could be on the short list of Raiders coaches of terms of greats real quick. He could be like, and I'm not trying to like make a big deal out of it yet because there's a lot to prove still. But should he prove himself, he's instantly up there with Madden, Flores, Gruden, boom, Antonio Pierce. And likely has the potential to surpass one or two of those guys. I don't know if you ever get past Madden. I don't know if it's possible. Just because Madden was the first and
he can jump Gruden with
a
couple of successful seasons.
Yeah. And with a couple of Super Bowls, does he jump Flores? Like,
Hey,
maybe.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the kind of potential
Maybe,
that's here.
yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen, Raider Nation. Take it easy on me here, but I'm just saying that's the level of potential we have because of that guy, and I don't think that's overstated. Maybe that's my emotions and my silver and black heart, but I don't feel like that's overstated because of the potential that's there. So that said, don't take my word for it. Listen to what Rob Ryan, a guy that's a guy that's been a part of 10 different teams in the NFL and you know, has a family legacy in the NFL going back many, many years. Check out what he has to say about Antonio Pierce.
He's straight out of Compton, literally. So he's a complete badass, and he's just great people. But he wants our players and our coaches to be themselves. So that's what's great. Like, he's not changing. Hey, if you're who you are, like, you know, little Jack's Jack. We got, you know, Maxx is Maxx. But he wants you to be yourself and bring them all together and create a culture that is awesome to see and be a part of. And I've been through a lot of them, but I just absolutely love what he's doing. And, you know, he's a star, you know, and then he's got a son that's going to be brilliant. Best organization. It's like I already talked about. It's got the best head coach, but it's got the best owner. I mean, and the Raiders. I love this franchise, and God knows I've been on 10 of them, so I should know. Like this is my favorite franchise. Was, you know, when I worked with the great Al Davis. I was there 5 years with 4 head coaches. You know, but the reason why he kept me, well, he knew I was great. But anyway, other than that, it's. You know, this place is special. And when you see the whole stadium out there, now we got a home field believes in us. You got a whole stadium yelling for AP. Mm-hmm. That was the coolest thing ever. You know, now you see guys, you know, lined up to probably go buy Aiden O'Connell jerseys, you know, but I'm sure they're sold out. Like, you know, but it's a great organization. I love it. This is where I'm going to work the rest of my career, which hopefully will span for another. I want to beat my dad's record for longevity.
All right, there we go. There's the great Rob Ryan. And yeah, you know, he talks about wanting to finish out with the organization. He talks about, gives mad respect to Mark Davis. Leave that to one of you guys to touch on that. But to follow up on my earlier comments, like, you don't get a guy that's played for 10 years, or I keep saying that. You don't get a guy that's coached for 10 different teams, been in the league for many, many years, and wants to finish out his career with the Raiders, if not for a guy like Antonio Pierce. Clearly, he likes his boss.
Yeah, 100%. Well, and you know, and to touch on Mark Davis a little bit, it's so nice and refreshing to hear somebody give respect to the man, because he's a man that has been disrespected ever since he's taken over this team. You know, he doesn't dress the right way. He doesn't eat at the right places. He doesn't hang out with the right people, whatever. He wears stupid shoes or whatever, you know, with his haircut. And, you know, my gosh, just, you know, the things after thing that this man has gotten
who he's
disrespected.
dating.
Who gives a shit about any of that? You know, I mean, he's his father's son at the end of the day. And I take Rob Ryan's word about the state of the team and the state of the owner and all that stuff way more than anything else. And this man, like he said, has coached for a lot of different franchises. And so he's met a lot of different owners, a lot of different coaches and all this kind of stuff. And when he says the Raiders are his favorite, I don't think he's just saying that because he's currently employed by the Raiders. I think he means that shit.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, the Mark Davis thing, the only people that you really hear shitting on him are the people that don't really know him. Like, you hear Hall of Famer after Hall of Famer praise him for how he treats the alumni. How he,
yes,
I mean,
good call, Michelle.
Marcus Allen, I've heard him talk about in length about how Mark Davis cares about this team and loves this team. So I've never heard anyone that mattered shit on Mark Davis. It's always people who find the
Camaro
really weird
guy
things.
69 on Twitter.
That guy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's and as far as Antonio Pierce goes, with Rob Ryan, like, it's how can you not, because he's been around. He's seen other teams, to understand the culture of the Raiders and what Antonio Pierce is bringing to the table. Why would you not want to be a part of that? Like, and to end it there, knowing that the owner loves the team, loves the alumni, loves football. Like, what a place to sort of finish your run. Like, I don't know why anybody wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, 100%. Well, and I love that, you hear more people like Maxx, like Rob, that want to stay career people right here. Like, I feel like the state of this team is in such a good place. It's very reminiscent to me. It reminds me of just a few years ago with the Detroit Lions and how they felt about Dan Campbell of, the results may not have been there right away, but we trust our guy. We believe our guy. We believe this group, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And now I feel like it's the same thing for the Raiders that, you know what? We didn't make the playoffs last year and we may not make it this year. Who knows? Being realistic, who knows?
Well,
what
I
happens.
push back on that. I don't think anyone is going, we may not make it this year. I think they're all going, we're going to make it this year. And it's going to be under his leadership.
Yeah, well, that's true. But if they didn't, I don't think the team would be in an uproar to go, we need to do something.
He's not going to lose a locker room if they win 10 games and don't get a wild card or something.
There you go. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely. All right, Swag Jeff, hit a break, and then we're gonna cut back on one of our Raiders. I had 2 Raiders and pop cultures for you guys tonight. We're gonna cut back on the long one. We're gonna save that for later on, and we're just gonna go ahead and hit a quick break, and then I've got a quick Raiders and pop culture, and then we're gonna hear from you.
Podcasting and YouTube, the final frontier. These are the episodes of Raiders Fan Radio. Its never-ending quest to bring you the adventures of the Las Vegas Raiders. Its mission to raise money for the One Nation Foundation and to win over new fans. To support the takeover of opposing stadiums and to continue its lighter side journey into the dark side.
That was great.
That's a good one. There he is, Uncle Mosh. Yeah, Elon Bush in there says, I'd love to sit in a bar and listen to Rob Ryan and Uncle Mosh have a conversation about the old school Raiders.
Man.
Absolutely. Me too, man. That'd be fun. All right, so here we go. We got Raiders in pop culture, and this is where we take a look at the Raiders that show up not in sports related material. So this is Raiders in music. Oh, wow. Okay. I'll leave you guys to hit that one. This is Raiders in music. This is Raiders, and this will be a perfect time to do that coming out of the break, next break. Raiders in music, Raiders in television, Raiders on commercials or printed material. Howie Long famously showing up in Marvel Comics fighting Wolverine. So there have been so many great moments. You look at the movie careers of the Raiders. So many great moments. Well, this one, a lot of times people send this stuff to me. They'll send me clips of Raider Dave on the cartoon American Dad or whatever. They'll send me stuff like that. I found this one on my own, and I wasn't even looking for Raiders and pop culture. I was just enjoying some pop culture, and the Raiders showed up. So my bride Valerie, the lovely Valerie, she loves a few different TV shows and comedies, and one of her favorites is 2.5 Men. And I wasn't a big fan of 2.5 Men. I'd never seen one until she's like, "Here, let's watch the show." It's funny as shit. It's
funny.
You like it? Yeah.
I do like it. Yeah,
it's a great show. And so here I am watching 2.5 Men. This is season 3, episode 2, and John Cryer, I forget his name. He's the chiropractor.
Yeah,
he's the
Alan. That's it.
Alan comes walking and he's a chiropractor. And I'm going to describe this for you because I can't play the video. I tried to clip the video. Amazon Prime blocks it out because of piracy and whatever. So all I can do is play the audio. But Alan comes walking into the lobby of his practice, and there's a gentleman sitting there in his practice needing to get worked on. And so here's the exchange between Alan and a very prominent Raider. I'll tell you, see if you can guess who it is. If you don't know, chat room, see if you can guess who this is. And if you don't, then I'll give it to you after we come out of this. But here's the clip of a Raider, prominent Raider, on the show 2.5 Men.
Okay, Mr. Dunlop, it's good to see you again, sir. And how are we doing today?
Not good. I was making love to my wife last night.
Oh my God, is she okay?
She's fine. She was on top. But my back went out, Doc.
Okay, well, let's get you on the table and get to work. Whoa, steady there, big fella.
I took some pain pills my wife had left over from her C-section. I guess my legs are a little rubbery.
Well, how many pills did you take?
Well, let's see. One when I went to bed, one when I got up, 7.
Really? You know, it's not usually a good idea to pop Class A narcotics like Skittles.
I gotta lie down.
Okay, but not here. Not now. No. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Mr. Dunlop! Mr. Dunlop, you need to get up. Help! Fire! Big giant guy! Oh, perfect. Dr. Harper speaking. Judith, this is not a good time. I'm with a patient. What about Jake? Well, no, I can't pick him up at school now. Why can't you do it? You're not the only one under pressure, Judith. All right. I'll call Charlie and have him pick him up. Hey, stop that.
All right, there he is. So that's for those of you that hadn't guessed it yet in the chat room, nailed it. That is the great Lincoln Kennedy, of course, famous left tackle for your beloved Oakland Raiders. Last time we were in the Super Bowl, that was our left tackle, and of course now he's the Raiders color announcer for the team. And so the scene is so he takes the pain pills and then he gets a little wobbly and then he falls down on top of Allen, and he's just like Lincoln Kennedy's a massive man, and John Cryer's 5'10" and probably 160 pounds soaking wet.
Right.
Not 5'10". What am I giving him that for? 5'5"?
Yes.
6? He's a little dude.
Short king.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, represent.
Representative Short Kings, Brett.
But it's a very, very funny scene. So definitely go back and check that out if you get a chance to, and see the great Lincoln Kennedy. And so along with that and some other things we covered in Raiders and Pop Culture, we are going to be busting some chops this year at the Blitnikoff Foundation.
Yes.
Like, forget interviewing these guys about the Raiders all the time. I want to ask Lincoln Kennedy about that friggin' scene on 2.5 Men.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so Swag Jeff, update us.
Yes.
What's going on with the Howie Long jersey? For those of you that are just joining us, that Howie Long jersey there on the screen, every $10 donated earns you a poker chip for a drawing to win that amazing jersey. And I think if we hit a milestone tonight, not only will we probably imbibe a little bit, but we'll probably give some more prizes away.
Yeah.
We've got so many good prizes
absolutely.
away if we hit a milestone. And so how are we doing, Swag Jeff, on our milestone attainment?
Absolutely. So, we've hit it.
Yeah.
We've absolutely hit it. So we were getting close. Fabricator Gil says, I feel great. We're going to kick ass this year, and dropped in a $50 donation.
Oh.
So he's Fabricator Gil, man. Much respect.
Fabricator Gil's busting it out tonight.
Yeah, he's dropping a hammer tonight. Jordan Ford says, great conversation. Drops in a 20. And Yoshi drops in a 20 as well and says, shots.
Nice.
Yeah,
Did you
100%.
see John Ogles?
I did see John Ogles as well, yeah.
John Ogle had a one-chip gang in there. Thank you. So thank you to Yoshi. Thank you to Jordan Ford. Thank you to Fabricator Gil. Man, you guys are freaking awesome. Thank you for those amazing donations to the One Nation Foundation. And we cannot wait to represent and give that money over to the Bolitnikoffs. Oh, gosh, where we go? What am I digging in here?
Dig away.
So what do I get? What do I get? 99. I got root beer.
Oh, yuck. Oh, you lost.
That sucks.
What'd you get?
I got whipped.
Oh, that sounds
like
if
like
it's probably
whipped cream
good, like
or
whipped
Cool Whip
cream.
or something.
Yeah, like Cool Whip.
What'd you get, Michelle?
I got espresso coffee, and I'm curious: is there espresso in this, or is it just the flavor?
I'm guessing it's just going to be the flavor.
Damn it!
Hey, so much respect to you guys from the One Nation Foundation.
Oof.
To you. You guys, this is an incredible night. This is the best summer of swag night we've had all season.
Yeah.
So thank you guys very much.
If you got one, raise it high.
Raiders! Oh,
my
yuck.
gosh. Hey, root beer.
Oh, mine was good.
Oh, wait, that wasn't bad.
No, mine was good. Oh, your face says otherwise.
Well, it's really strong. It's a little.
Hey, and Schmucky the Raiders Bear says thanks for the great work and dropped to 10 as well.
Oh, thank you, Schmucky the Raider Bear.
What the hell is in these? Like jet fuel.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. Oh,
feel like I could breathe fire right now.
Oh my gosh.
I think we could. Oh, dang.
I feel like I just crawled into a A&W bottle's butthole.
Don't tell us about your life.
That was not a. I mean, it was not a bad. Very coffee. I liked that.
Yeah, the coffee.
No, yeah, the whipped was good too.
Oh, well, now what was it like vanilla, like birthday cake or some
yeah,
shit?
Yeah, it was just like a very vanilla, cool, whippy kind of. Yeah, no, I can get
that's
down
nice
with
for
it.
you guys. Glad you enjoyed that.
Wait, what was yours?
Oh, root beer.
Oh, God,
Twice that A&W.
So gross. That is so. I'm so sorry.
I don't love a root beer.
I'm better you than me.
Look at that. Look at here. It already started. I don't love a root beer.
Fast.
Oh my gosh. All right, so let's go ahead and lay more of you and less of us is a good. First off, let me say this real quick. Thank you.
Man, absolutely.
Thank you all so very, very much. We cannot appreciate you enough and your generosity. And we're just, man, I don't know if we're going to hit that 15 grand, but nights like tonight really give us a shot to match our donation from last year to earn that $15,000. And to present it to the Blitnikoffs. It absolutely doesn't happen without nights like tonight. Thank you guys so very much. We love you very, very much. All right. I'm turning into that guy. I love you, man. Thank you. Yeah. Pineapple, you're the best, man.
You know what? Gil says we're going to hit it, and I trust Gil. I trust Gil with everything that I know.
Okay.
So Gil says we're going to hit it.
I trust Gil more than I trust
hit it.
me.
Right?
Same. You know what I mean?
I trust Gil more than, I trust Gil more than I trust me.
Oh, okay.
I trust him more than I trust you too, Murf, you jackass.
Damn shot.
I trust the damn dog more than I trust you, man.
Paul,
What the
that's a
heck?
great question. I'm sad.
Well, Paul
I don't
said-
think Vinny's here. He said, "Where's Vinny with the coffees?" I don't think he's here.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
It's
no,
okay.
no.
Yeah, we need him here with the sandwiches to soak
No.
this
Oh
up.
my gosh,
Soak
I know,
up
right?
this shot, man.
Wyoming Raiders says Murph's tailgating too much. Yep, already. Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, and Big Shane.
No,
Big Shane just
dang.
says, "Drop me another 100, Swaggy."
Oh,
Dang,
come
Big
on.
Shane coming in.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing. And Pineapple in there with a $20 donation said that jersey would go good with my Howie helmet. Wow, man.
Hell yeah.
Kindness, man, is just amazing. All right, man, this is great. Thank you
is
guys
incredible.
so very, very much, man. Cannot appreciate your generosity enough and what you're doing for the One Nation Foundation. All right. So speaking of you, more of you and less of us is a good thing. So let's check in with you all in the Sea of Fans mailbag. Jeff.
Oh.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm Italian shit.
It's okay. Thank you.
Oh. We're not
He is fading, looking.
No, we're going to skip that. We're all right, 2 hours.
Body throws. It is.
Jordan Ford says, I just made some A&W. I work at PepsiCo. Well, hey, listen, no disrespect to A&W, brother.
Jordan, who's that contact for a drink sponsor?
Right?
Bro,
Absolutely. Yeah.
no kidding.
Hey, you know what?
Give me that email. Send me that email.
I will drink all the root beer
I
on
love
this show
root
for the
beer.
One Nation
I
Foundation.
just wouldn't want it in a shot, but I love a good root beer.
I like a root beer float.
Oh, okay.
I like a root beer float.
I like root beer.
You guys just
we
I
drink
just
mug
do.
at the house.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
You do?
Pepsi, but that's what we drink, mug root beer.
Probably
I think
not.
so.
If
No, I
A&W
know,
is
I think-
Pepsi.
Oh, A&W is Pepsi. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
so
Okay.
Mug's probably Coke.
Well, I'm willing to switch if they want to sponsor us.
There you go. There you go. All right, here we go. So here we go. More of you and less of us is a good thing. So there are numerous ways you can contact us here at Raiders Fan Radio. The best way is to join in the chat room, which is at youtube.com/Raiders Fan Radio. And that's the absolute best way where you can join us live. Like so many good folks in there, like Hooligan Nation that's in there, Wyoming Raider, Jordan Ford, Raider 27 is in there. Tyrone Graves is in there. Frankie Mosqueda. What's up, Frankie? He's in there. Big Shane, as Jeff mentioned, is in there. Pineapple is in there. Matthew Mangus is in there. SoCal Sal is in there. So many of our good friends. My 2 cents. Ron the Materator is in there. Fabricator Gil. We cannot appreciate you enough. Vegas Raider Pete. Thank you so very much. Join us live each and every week. And we're going to be here for the next 4 weeks now after tonight. Each and every week, Wednesday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, and join us in the chat room, or you can call us at 909-345-3346. That's 909-345-3346. And you can leave us a message. And if we play your message 3 or more times, you can become a made man or a made maiden, or you can email the show.
You can.
Yeah. And you can
What's
email.
the email, though?
Well, it's...
Slow it down.
Okay. Write this down. Well, not you.
No, I
But
haven't.
I'm going to write it down just in case I forget.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
all right.
it'd be good to have. So good
Just as a
job.
reference. Okay, it's S.
Yeah.
H.
As in Howie.
Nice.
O. As in Howie. It's 2 letters in a row.
Yeah, it is.
And W.
And the next
Howie.
Oh, no. And the 99s have hit. They're here.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no, what happened?
Zeke.
Oh, Zeke.
Oh, we got to
I
get
think Zeke's had a 99.
Zeke's
He
getting a little
needs, it
frosty
looks like
over
he
there.
needs a
I think
99.
I'll help you with that here in a sec. All right, I'll get out of this. SHOW at RaidersFanRadio.com. And Michelle takes care of the emails for us. And Michelle, who do we have tonight?
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, we have. Okay, we.
Zeke.
Oh,
Come here, Zeke.
Zeke is turned. He's turned up.
Zeke, come here.
We have Hooligan first. Evening, RFR crew. Well, it wouldn't be a Raiders offseason without some media drama. The latest news being bankruptcy for Coach AP. That was so dumb. Like, they just couldn't find anything to talk about.
Right.
Well, I've done some polling and some basic research, and let me say this here. And now for the members of the press. Raider Nation doesn't bleeping care, and that's true.
Nice.
Okay, now that I got that off my chest, man, that Rush podcast with Howie Long was so good. If you didn't catch it, please go and watch it. The stories about Lyle, the fights on the plane, just love hearing all the old stories. But more importantly was listening to Howie tell Maxx that history is great and all, but it's time for Maxx and the team to make their own history. Was also interesting to hear that Al Davis told Howie not to worry about sack totals and just go out there and be disruptive. Al was one of the greatest football minds ever, and every time I hear from someone that played for him, it just seems that he had a way of simplifying the game and still get the best out of the players. Anyway, I'm just here to try and catch a good Murf rant. Maybe hear Michelle slip with an old school F-bomb. Well, you got lucky tonight because
Yeah,
I
you
did.
did.
And I did it early,
Yeah, you
even
did.
before we were drinking. Well, I was drinking a little.
Yeah, you been
And
drinking.
maybe, just maybe, catch a sighting of Jeff's grandma hat. When are you bringing that back?
Oh, you know what? I meant to
you
wear
better
it
bring
tonight.
It next.
Yeah.
Next
Yep,
week.
It's got next.
It's got next. Till next time, this is Hooligan reminding everyone to send a donation to the One Nation Foundation if you can, and they have been doing it.
Yes, they
Hit
have.
the like button, subscribe to the podcast, and oh yeah, just win, baby.
Hey.
Yeah, thank you, Hooligan. The button, Murph's not at the button. He's taking care of Zeke. So Jeff and I have that covered. Thanks. All right. Next is James Williams. Greetings, family. Oh, man, that shot. Okay.
You'll be all right. You got it.
Focus. I just wanted to start this out with some great news. I started a job I was patiently waiting for since I retired from the Navy last year.
Nice.
Congratulations. That's really cool.
That's amazing.
This is major for my family. I'm very excited and wanted to share this. I'm sure by now you have all heard the Maxx Crosby has a Division I college football field named in his honor. This is beautiful. How many other active players have this honor? I personally can't think of any. So as I am watching the video on Facebook, I see a disrespectful Donkey fan on the post. I proceeded to shit on the dweeb. I was hitting them with facts such as Max's all-time record versus the Donkeys is 9-1. He has a 13.5 career sacks versus the Donkeys, and the Donkeys have never beaten the Las Vegas Raiders. His rebuttal every time is their 2015 championship, and the Raiders don't have a player who has won a playoff game. I told him that the Donkeys currently don't have a player with a playoff win either. This is 2024, not 2015, and I can name an entire roster that has never lost to the Donkeys. And by the way, the all-time record is 75-53-2. So the bleep will never see the Donkeys overtake that in his lifetime. Anyway, on to our 13-4 season. Michelle, we must keep speaking it into existence. Love y'all, James Williams. Yes!
James Williams.
That's what I'm talking about. 13-4. It's happening.
It's happening.
It is going down.
That's awesome. And congratulations on the naval retirement, I heard there.
Well, he said he got he started a job he was patiently waiting for since he retired from the Navy last
perfect.
year.
Well,
so
thank you for your service, James Williams.
and
We appreciate that.
congratulations on the new job.
Absolutely.
And thank you for your service. Yeah, very cool. All right, then we got Paul.
Paul.
Oh, okay. Focus.
Lock it in, Michelle.
Frickin' 99.
I'm telling you. Darn your luck. Like, I would do a shot of 99
Right
and now
before
read.
emails. Now read a page email. It's okay. Okay, I got this.
You
Ready?
got this, yeah.
Evening, everybody. I hope you're all well. We're in the quietest days of the off season, and for once, there's no drama at the Raiders. Nobody has done anything stupid in a car. Nobody has said anything stupid in the media. Knock on wood. And in fact, nobody has caused unnecessary drama anywhere, which isn't normal for us. But the culture change appears to be ticking like the finest Swiss clock. Training camps are set for July 23rd and 25th, and they're a stone's throw away. Then we can settle into the crazy world of the NFL once again. With it being so quiet at present, it got me thinking back to the dark days of the 1980s when trying to find out what was going on was a nightmare. I remember one year getting hold of a copy of a newspaper like USA Today a couple of days after the draft, and that would update me. But after that, there'd be nothing until August, when things would pick up again. It was torture not knowing what was happening, a total contrast to today where everything is easily accessible, and that's why I'll never underestimate what you guys do. Having been on the dark side of the moon for Raiders news, what you do is a real lifeline for me and countless others around the globe. You've added an extra dimension to being a Raiders fan from so far away, and it's made following the Raiders even more special. Oh, well, that was really nice. Thank you, Paul.
Yeah, thanks, Paul.
About 10 days ago.
We've been drinking. We're going to make us cry. Get all sentimental over here.
Okay. About 10 days ago. Okay. Get the tissue. About 10 days ago on social media, a Patriots fan said, "Man, I'd have walked away from a team like the Raiders years ago. You must enjoy being miserable." Hold your tongue, Michelle.
Easy with
I can
that.
hand on heart
Not
say
you,
to
the
no,
person.
easy with me because I have
Didn't
a lot.
Didn't
I
Al
wanna say.
Davis say that what's his name, Sullivan, was as spineless as the team he had on the field?
100%, dude. Good pull, Jeff.
Man,
Yeah.
nice.
That's
I can hand on heart say to everybody, the thought has never and will never enter my head to walk away from the Raiders. It makes me feel sick typing it. And Lord knows they've given us plenty of opportunities over the years.
Yeah.
My take on it is that Raider Nation isn't fake. The family is a genuine thing. And even from 5,089 miles away, the sense of unity amongst Raiders fans can be felt all the time. Other teams have their fandoms or kingdoms, but they only say it. Raider Nation lives it 24/7, 365. There have been many attempts to create a similar feeling at other teams, but the terrible towels, dog pound, cheese heads, and the Washington Redskins fans that used to wear dresses and hog noses, all very strange and all fake. It's not something you can force. In order to have what Raider Nation has, it has to come from the very soul of an organization. Al Davis was the hub of the wheel. John Madden spread the feeling onto the field through Stabler, Upshaw, Otto, Tatum, Villapiano, and others. Like ripples on a pond, it resonated to the fans, and from that day to this, the bond has been unbreakable, even through relocations and thin and thinner times on the field. It's hard to describe to outsiders what it's like. It's the truest sporting family out there. It's addictive, and the only thing that's needed now is a fourth title to repay the faith. I haven't touched alcohol for a long time, but I promise you this. 2 things will happen when we win our next Super Bowl. I'll cry like a lost school child for around 24 hours, and then I'll find the largest bottle of cognac I can find. And with a smug grin on my face, the next few days will disappear. So walk away from the Raiders, hell no. And for the doubters out there that think number 4 will never happen, well, miracles happen every day. Taylor Swift sells music and somehow fills arenas. And her and her
Shout out Dave Grohl, by the way.
Shout out, listen, I will never not side with Dave Grohl. And her pet moron, Kelsey, has learned to walk on his hind legs.
Oh, no.
And Philip Rivers' wife can ride a bike again. So you see, there's
that was good.
So you see, there's always hope. Stay safe, RFR family. Love you, Raider Nation. His Lordship, the Royal Scribe, Paul Edgerton, Shropshire, Mississippi. Polly Award winner 2019-2022. Foggy Glasses Award winner 2020. BRT Sizzler scorekeeper, proud made man. Five time times 3 plus 2. Winner of the Raiders Fan Radio BRT Sizzler Award.
Nice. Tell me about the fire. It's all good.
Paul, your name Paul?
Paul.
I met him with Paul. Who? Paul.
Paul, yes, Paul.
Paul's not here. Hey, Paul. Paul.
Hi. I'm Paul.
Britannia rules the waves. This is Keith Smith, the Crusader Raider, calling you from London, England. And you're listening to Raider Fan Radio. And we're in Murf's Cave, and I tell you, this is the only place you need to be. Go Raiders!
Damn it, Paul.
Damn it, Paul.
So for those of you that don't know, Paul is in Shropshire, Mississippi, otherwise what we refer to as Shropshire, England.
Yeah.
But in our country, Shropshire is west of Birmingham, so therefore we call it Shropshire, Mississippi. But man, what a damn email, Paul.
Dude, that was a great
like,
email.
For real, like, I mean, listen, my glasses fog up for a lot of reasons. I don't get misty often, and I'm not misty quite yet there, but as close as I'll get.
Yeah.
That was freaking dope, man. Like the way that, like, when you touched on all that stuff about being a Raider and and here's what I swear I will think this forever. And well, I don't think it, I know it. One of the things that is amazing to me about, like he said, however many miles,
5,089, I think he said.
miles away. He's never been to Vegas. He's never been to Oakland. He's never been to Los Angeles. He's never been to those tailgates and all this thing. He grew up having to like seek out Armed Forces radio to hear a Raider game or to go to the library to find dated newspapers so he could read stats and all that. Like the dedication of overseas Raider fan.
Man. It's unmatched.
Maybe some of the best fans out there.
Literally.
Like, seriously, me too.
Same.
Goosebumps.
Yeah.
Like it's like trying to learn to surf when you live in freaking, like, I don't know, Maine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's no waves. It's easy to learn how to surf when you're in San Diego.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like
Yeah.
to do that and to develop that level of passion for the Raiders when you don't have it as accessible.
And then to hang in there.
Hang
in there.
Real, man.
He's a medal for that.
Oh my gosh, Paul, man. Like, love you, man. I cannot appreciate you and your fandom more. And listen, there's no fan rankings
we
or whatever.
win a Super Bowl, I'll mess around and fly Paul in, and we can all drink that cognac together.
Hell yes.
I'm not playing around.
Book that shit.
Book it.
Book it.
I'm serious.
Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, great email, Paul. We appreciate you so very, very much. All right, next up, let's go ahead and get to the voicemails here. We've got a handful of voicemails to get to as we're in the Sea of Fans mailbag, because more of you and less of us is a good thing. So let's check in first with, I don't even know what order I got these in. Oh, I know. Let's do Rafa first.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Let's do Rafa first. Let's check in with our buddy El Capitan Rafucho as he calls in to check in with Raiders Fan Radio.
Hello, everybody. El Capitan Rafucho is in the building. I just wanted to say salute to the Raiders Fan Radio. And I know that I had so many calls right now, but yes, I'm really excited about for this season because our defense looking good, our quarterbacks are looking good, wide receivers, running backs, tight ends. I mean, that could be like a great redemption. And for those guys who didn't know about for the maiden cover, is because we're not getting involved with this curse right now, because this is the perfect time to get a chance to play our asses off. I'm sorry about for saying that word, because right now there's no gimmicks, there's no excuses. Work the F out, because right now it is the perfect time to say, Raider Nation, stand up. And I love this continuity about Antonio Pierce, about the mentality, leadership. I mean, this whole team is going to be prepared for the next level. About for the Civil War between Gardner Minshew, about for the Taj, Aiden O'Connor, the AOC. I mean, what can I tell about this? This season is going to be brilliant. This season is going to be incredible. And it's going to be a great redemption for the Raider Nation. Because after all these years of failure, after all these years of bad choices, right now it is the perfect time. I'll declare 2024 as the year of Silver and Black Nation. Because right now we're going 11-5. 12-5. I'm just me because I'm just very mixed up. But I just wanted to say salute to the Raiders Fan Radio, Michelle, Murf, Swag Jeff. Enjoy it with you all the summer right now because right now El Capitan Rafucho, Raf in the building, has always support for the Raiders Fan Radio since the first time that I was joining.
Yeah, man.
But I was telling about this one. If you're not a Raider fan, then what are you doing about here? Because this is the only Raider Nation right now. So I'm going to tell it as Antonio Pierce says, Raider Nation, stand up and work the F out. Because we are the Raider Nation. So salute to everybody else. And El Capitan Rafucho is here. So I just wanted to say, everybody else, Raiders! And one more thing. This is for you, Jimmy Otto. Jim Otto, rest in peace. We're going to be honored and we're going to send a tribute because the Raiders without Jim Otto, there will be nothing. Salute to everybody else.
Come on.
Have a good one.
What a
Great.
call.
Oh, no. The Scissors going to be tough tonight.
It sure is.
Oh, my gosh.
I do not envy you,
Absolutely.
Swag. It's going to be tough.
Absolutely. I got to call myself out. I think it was Vegas Raider Pete in there said Lincoln Kennedy was a right tackle. Well, of course he was because the great Barry Sims played on the left side. And so, yeah, 99.
Thanks, Pete.
There you go.
We will always blame the alcohol.
I will always blame
alcohol.
Blame it on
Because aren't you going to see T-Pain on Saturday?
Damn.
Nice.
Did you put a quarter
Thanks for
in?
bringing it home.
I brought it home.
That was great.
That's what I do.
That's what you're going to be doing Saturday.
That's what I'm going to do on Saturday. Going to ATL.
That's right. Hotlanta,
baby.
For a little T-Pain. That's T-Pain song, right? That's T-Pain, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Because
Murf
looked confused.
Oh, I'm still confused.
Oh,
Yeah.
You don't know what's going on.
Do crazy kids in your music. Your T-Pains and your auto tunes and all that.
Alcohol. So that's
okay.
what,
All right,
that's
I
what
got
that
you.
was.
Okay.
Okay.
I love that you just spoke that.
The only thing I know about
that song's
T-Pain
called
is
Blame It on the Alcohol.
I was phonetically so he would understand. Because I know he likes to say what the kids say. So,
well, yeah.
Although
now,
T-Pain's
now
not a kid.
They know what the kids say.
It's probably my
don't
age.
say that. Yeah. Don't say that.
The only thing I know about T-Pain is I'm on a boat.
You know what?
He's the Lonely
I
Island,
was
right?
this close to buying a shirt that said "I'm on a boat" just to wear it to.
Chris
that.
should make you one with the cricket.
Ooh.
Bro, you need to make you a T-shirt.
Okay.
Do it.
All right, deal.
Okay. Sorry, that 99.
Little inside baseball.
Oh, look, I'm blaming the.
All right, next up, let's go with our buddy Josh in the 703.
What up, fam? Hey, this is a multi-part thing for me. Hopefully, I can get it one shot and one phone call. But just real quick, I want to shout out to all the soldiers and the veterans. Hey, check on your buddies, man. You never know what someone else is going through. I had a close call with a buddy of mine, and you never know what someone else is going through. Kept them from that 22 a day. If you know, you know. And everything that was asked of us, they should check up on them. Also, I want to say, I'll just finish the video. I never really get the chance to watch the video live. I always got to watch it secondhand. But I just want to say, I know Carr gets a lot of hate. I still respect Carr. I really think that him as our quarterback for this offense that we got going on and with the defense that we got going on, man, could have shit been special. But, hey, I'm rooting for Aiden O'Connell. I'm rooting for Gardner Minshew, whoever gets the quarterback position. I hope either one does well. I really got a lot of a lot of hope for this defense. I think that we haven't had a defense like this in a very long time. And, man, I can't wait for football season. Every time I watch the show, I'm like, I know, I'm ready to go. Like, let's get the season started, you know. I know a lot of y'all feel the same, so. But I also want to say AP is a leader that reminds me of like my old platoon sergeant. A lot of respect for that man. When I had a lot of leadership try to tell me how to do things. I always remember what my old platoon sergeant used to say. He used to tell me, you can't ask none of the guys that you're not willing to go through. Man, when it was time to kick in that door, when it was time to be the first man through, one of the most dangerous things you can do, I was taught to lead from the front. You know, you're the first man through that door. I mean, how can you ask men to go through that door? No one's on the other side if you're not willing to go through it. AP's already been there. He's done it. He knows what he's asking of these guys. He knows what he's expecting. He knows what's on the other side of that door. And I really think that that's what's important. That shows like real true marks of a leader. And I got a lot of hope for this team, man. I'm not going to lie. Hey, y'all kind of rubbed off on me a little bit. I'm used to being negative. Y'all kind of rubbed off on me a little bit. You know, AP makes me feel like this team going to be all right.
Google Voice
Josh needs to bust a cap in Google Voice.
Yeah, he
my
does.
Gosh. Well, he called back.
Okay,
good.
Okay. And before we get to the lightness of his second call, I do want to address one thing there. You know somebody? Check on
them. Yes.
Absolutely. And not to make it too personal, but there was someone very close in my life that's active military that I checked on this past week, and there was thankfully nothing overly severe, but there's some things going on, and it's important for those people to know that you love them, and you know what I mean? And like, it's imperative. Like, just check on your people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Actively serving or otherwise.
Yeah.
Check on your damn people, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
I think that was an awesome message there from Josh. And it
1000%.
hits me all up in the feels there. So I appreciate you, Josh, very, very much. All right. So gets cut off by Google Voice.
Bummer.
Had to call back.
Hey, man, I don't know who the I know. Go Google Voice and stuff.
I
know. But I'm gonna need them to start treating me like capo. I don't need a damn time frame. All right, if I'm trying to get what the hell I'm saying, tell Google Voice to go. Anyways, the last thing I want to say is, I know you guys have the foundation, and I can't ever remember.
Oh.
I know the super chats and everything, there's supposed to be a certain way that you guys can get the money without Google or whoever the I know taking a certain amount of percentage. I just want you guys to put that out again. I think if I can make a donation, I'd like to make it that way instead of giving someone their money that didn't deserve it. That's just me personally. But anyways, I was like, some bullshit about Nico Hardman or something signed with the Chiefs. Man, we don't give a about the Chiefs, so you know how I'm going to end this. Man, the Chiefs. I'll see y'all next week.
Come on,
Let's go, Josh. Let's go, Josh.
Hell yeah.
Beep.
So we used to have numerous shows.
I love that. And the clown horn, those are my favorite.
Yeah.
So we used to have a bunch of shows here on the network, and one of them was the Fan Club Blitz. And so shout out Fitz and Groby, and of course the great Chuck McCann, the president of the New Jersey chapter of the Black Hole. And so one time they're doing the show, and Groby there, because I used to have to bleep their stuff out all the time because they were so filthy all the time. So I'd have to like cut stuff out, like whatever.
Right.
And so one time he goes, "This is for you, Murf." Beep. And so
that's what that is?
That's what that is. So I just cut that out. I'm like, okay, we're gonna use that as our new censor button from now on. Yeah.
Also, too, he asked where you can donate, and you don't have to
that's
give
the next
Google
thing we're gonna
money.
hit on that.
And it is www.onenationfoundation.net.
Yes.
And there's a
donate.
Okay. So
You can
there's
go to
there's a
slash
donate button, or you can go to
there's the
slash
donate
donate.
button.
There's a yellow donate button if you go to the main webpage, or you can slash donate. And that's how you can donate, and 100% of what you donate goes right
Yep.
with PayPal.
Google doesn't get their
Google
cut
does not
like
get
on the-
anything
on the
from
YouTube
that.
here.
So
Yep.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Now
there.
we appreciate every donation because the super chats are fun. And
Oh,
that's cool.
100%. Yes.
But
yes.
if you're wanting to donate and you don't want to participate like in the whole Google percentage that they take, onenationfoundation.net/donate, and you could donate 100% of what you donate.
Nice job, Michelle. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, here we go. We got one more to get to. So I'll tell you what, while we're at it, Jeff, since we're final push. This is it
Okay.
because we're getting out of here
Yep,
now.
final push.
The 99s have stacked up along with the high noons and happy dads and everything else going on around here.
100%.
So let's go ahead and let them know what we got going on our way out.
Yeah, we got the Howie Long jersey, the signed away Howie Long jersey with a gorgeous signature right there, certificate of authenticity, sticker right there with it. So every $10 donated tonight gets you one entry into the running to win that thing, man. And it's all going to the One Nation Foundation. So
And what else are we going to do?
Well, we've got bonus prizes.
Yeah, we do.
Got
We
show
got bonus.
them.
Oh, you want me to show it?
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Well,
If
we
we're
got-
driving donations,
If we're
sir,
driving
again.
donations, we got a bonus prize. Since we did so
Oh.
good, we've got a signed Jacoby Myers.
Hell yeah.
Let's
Oh,
go.
no, I want
Old
that
Cobes,
one.
man.
Do it for
Old
Cobes.
Do it for
Cobes, man.
Cobes.
Here, Eric, go ahead and talk about it. Oh.
Yep, 100%. So just an epic night. We're close to like setting a record.
That's incredible.
Yeah, we're close to setting a record for like the biggest summer of swag night ever,
Nice.
which is absolutely incredible. And we're going to also give away some bonus prizes and stuff like that as
Yeah.
well. So get in the mix, man. So every $10 you donate gets you one poker chip into the running to win this thing. There's been 25 people that have donated tonight, so can't thank you guys enough. So let's get to the last voicemail right there. And let's rack this thing up, man. Let's do it big.
All right, here we go.
Let's do it.
It's our buddy Jay in St. Louis.
Hey, Jay.
Murf, Swaggo, Michelle. What's good, y'all? This is Jay from St. Louis. I don't have a lot to say this week because there hasn't been a lot of news, but I've been rewatching old WCW and I saw my favorite sign from any wrestling, and I'm gonna translate that to be Raiders friendly, which is Jim Harbaugh eats corn the long way. Like a f***ing weirdo. Go Raiders. Have a great show.
Oh, that's great. Good job there, Jay in St. Louis. All right, so here at the end of the show, we always take your emails and phone calls, and we award the best. The best is the Sizzler Award, as the kids call it, and that's the best email or phone caller of the night. And so that goes to Swag Jeff. And Swag Jeff, who do we have tonight?
Absolutely, man. So we started out
Damn
with
99s are geez. Yikes. Okay.
Yeah, they're crazy. So Hooligan Nation, James Williams and Paul kicked off the night with the emails. Can't thank you enough for that. And then on the voicemail side, we have Rafa, Josh in the 703, and Jay in St. Louis. Tonight, I've reached into the bag and I pulled out 2 Sizzlers. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna double up the Sizzlers tonight. So Paul, if you're listening, the winner of tonight's Sizzlers goes to Josh in the 703 and you, Paul. Hey,
let's go.
I am the Sizzler.
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 We are Metallica,
Oh my
and we
gosh.
are here
Yeah.
for your Oakland Raiders!
You know why we out here, and we ain't playing around today.
From The Walking Dead to errant Jedi Knights, Raiders fans are a rogues gallery.
Fabricator Gil is busting
Rules,
out
man.
the damn
Yes, he wants
bank
that.
Tonight.
He wants that bad.
He wants that damn
He
Howie
wants
jersey.
that Howie
bad.
and his chip. He wants his chip too.
And for those of you that that didn't see the Jacoby Myers jersey, we've got an autograph, same thing, road jersey, the white jersey with the silver signature. We've got that coming as well as a consolation. That's a hell of a consolation prize too, by the way.
That's a pro
Cobes
style
over there.
cut.
Yeah,
like
dude.
it's
Yeah,
a pro.
man.
The elastic sleeves and everything.
Yeah, that's badass, dude.
Yeah, that thing is sweet. That would look good in a frame.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be the other prize. I don't even call it a consolation.
man, that's the
other prize tonight.
Yeah.
All based on your all's generosity tonight. Thank you so much, Raider Nation, man. What a freaking
What
fun
an
night.
incredible night.
Incredible night. I don't know what our tallies have been, but Swaggo will get to that. But I'm going to go ahead and switch over, and we'll hear from you. And we'll get the
and
poker
Trinidad
chips
with a
or the-
$20 donation.
Oh my gosh, Trin! Thank you, brother. Thank you. Trin says, "Bless everyone in the Raider Nation." Bless you, brother, man. Yes, absolutely. Cannot agree more. Fabricator kills it with the chip. That's funny. We'll just send you the chip, and we'll auction off the jersey again next week. No, I'm kidding. But anyways, thank you all so very, very much. We appreciate you and love you. And so, all right, Swag Jeff, how much did we raise tonight for the One Nation Foundation?
Oh my Lord, 100%. So let's just go down this list right here. So hold on, I gotta move some of these chips. All right. So a $10 donation. Scotland's own David Love. Rachel Monique, $40 donation. Raquel, $10 donation. James Williams, $20 donation. Let's see. We have more donations coming in. Tell them about the One Nation Foundation.
What's that?
This thing that we're going
I'm
crazy
just kidding. I'm being silly. Wow, amazing that the donations are coming in. The One Nation Foundation is a nonprofit that we started in order to give to Raiders-related charities, and we figured out we could make a little bit of money with this show a few years ago. So all the advertising that we get from the show, all the direct donations, like the incredible kindness from you all tonight, anything that we get from corporate sponsors like the folks at Bridgestone, McGriff Tire, United Rentals, Bussin' with the Boys, shout out Will Compton and the Bussin' guys for a very generous donation. All of that money goes to the One Nation Foundation, and we fund not only great nonprofits like the Bolitnikoffs that are taking care of young women at risk of domestic violence and substance abuse, but also to the folks at Raider Dad. And we're going to be out with Raider Dad in August on the 23rd for the preseason game against the 49ers. And you're going to see that organization taking young kids that are underprivileged, that don't have the opportunity to attend a Raider game or attend a tailgate, out there with their significant, with the parental figures, and being able to go to these games. Gosh, the freaking donations are still flying in. This is amazing, guys. Thank you so very, very much. Pineapple says, I want that Jacoby jersey. The Raiders C-Dub is in there. Gil's in there with another freaking $10. Man, unbelievable, you all. Your kindness is so appreciated. We love you so much, and we're striving for 15 grand. We know we're going to hit 10, but we're striving for 15, being that the Bolitnikoff date got moved up a little bit. So we're going to try to hit that, which will match our previous year's donation. All right, we ready to draw?
Let's do it. Let's do it. So let's keep going down the list right here. So David Walling, a $20 donation. Let's see. Raider Kyle, $30 donation. Wyoming Raider, $30 donation. Yoshi, $30 donation.
Thank you, Yoshi.
Let's see here. We still got them flying in. It's unbelievable.
Jeez,
It's unbelievable. We can't thank you. Yeah, we can't thank you guys enough.
PSP Raiderette in there with another $20 donation. Thank you, PSP.
Yeah,
what a sweetheart. Thank you.
100%. Can't thank you enough. I'm adding your chips into the mix right here, PSP. Let's see here. Where am I at?
This is like Raider Game Show Radio over here, man.
It really is. Yeah, no kidding. It really is. It really is. All right, let's see. Ty to Raider, $10 donation. Hooligan Nation, $30 donation.
Thank you, Hooligan.
Tyrone Graves, $10 donation.
Thank you, Tyrone.
Just Win Wendy, $30 donation. Trinidad, $50 donation.
Hey, thank you, Trin.
Raider C-Dub, $30 donation.
Thank you, C-Dub.
Schmucky the Raider Bear, $40 donation.
Jordan Ford says the phones are ringing off the hook.
I'm telling you, they really are. They really are. John Ogle, $10 donation.
Thank you, John Ogle.
Leo, $20 donation. Ron the Mater Raider, $10 donation.
Thank you, Ron.
Pineapple, $40 donation.
Thank you, Pineapple. Tyrone Gray says you're going to have to move from a trash can to a rain bucket for the
No
chips.
shit. No shit. Jordan Ford, $60
Thank you, Jordan
donation. Patricia Moya, $100
Hey,
donation.
thank you, Patricia.
Let's see. PSP Raiderette, $70
Whoa,
donation.
Let's go, PSP. Thank you.
CPA Joel, $100 donation.
Thank you, CPA Joel.
Big Shane.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
$200 donation. And the leader in the clubhouse tonight.
Oh my gosh, Gil.
Leader in the clubhouse tonight goes to our good friend of the show, Fabricator Gil, with I can't even grab it with one hand.
Oh my.
Pause. $300 donation.
How did nobody catch either one of us? I was so focused
Pause.
on it.
I know. Yeah.
$300 donation for Fabricator
At least he
Gil.
caught it.
Yeah, I caught it.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I caught it because
Yeah,
I
you
said
did.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
As long as one of us does.
That's right.
Yeah, 100%. All right, Michelle. Yep, I'm gonna hold it. You shake it up good right there. Oh, the total? Oh, you keep mixing. You keep mixing. So the total tonight. So this is obviously the biggest night of the of this season's Summer of Swag. It's our second biggest night ever. It's our second biggest night ever. And tonight, for the One Nation Foundation, we raised on the nose $1,300. $1,300 for the One Nation Foundation. Can't thank you guys enough. All right, so all right.
Here we go. Ready?
Michelle's picking for the Howie Long.
All right, here we go. Oh hell, 13.
Number 13, that is Fabricator Gil. Fabricator Gil, congratulations. We've got to send that chip.
Yeah, he needs that chip.
Got to send that chip.
You got your chip.
You got your chip, Fabricator
We may or may
Gil.
not send you the jersey too.
Hey, Leo says the winner's the One Nation Foundation, and he's
That's
damn
the
right.
real winner of the night. You're not kidding. You're not kidding. Congratulations,
Unbelievable,
Fabricator
y'all.
Gil. All right. So now let's draw for this Jacoby Myers signed jersey.
All right.
And Fabricator Gil can't win this one.
Okay.
No, it's got to go to somebody new.
All right. Gil.
That's Gil. Of course. You get 2 chips, Gil.
All right. All right. 18.
Number 18, that is Just Win Wendy! Just Win Wendy, congratulations. You have won the Jacoby Myers signed jersey. There you go, Wendy. So, Wendy, send us your info. Send us your address. What is that called?
Your something.
Send us your info. Send that to Murf at RaidersFanRadio.com.
Yes.
Murf at RaidersFanRadio.com. Send us your address, and we will be sending you this signed Cobes jersey.
That is
so.
awesome.
Hey,
That's
say,
so
so
cool.
hey,
I can't believe $1,300.
That's
Wow.
incredible.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Wow, 100%, 100%. So, Michelle, pick up the bucket again right here. Let's do a T-shirt.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, okay. All right. I already switched the camera over, so you have to lean it in there. There you go.
Yeah, get on in here.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Number 8.
You gotta go. That's this camera. That one.
Okay,
This is Jeff's now. Yeah, there you go.
Number 8, that is Patricia Moya.
Hey, congratulations,
Patricia. You have won a Raiders Fan Radio T-shirt.
Very cool.
So send us
awesome.
your
Let's
size
do one
and your
more.
address.
Okay.
You want to do another
One
shirt?
more shirt. Yeah.
Okay.
For a big night like tonight.
For a big night
we gotta
tonight,
keep giving shit away.
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Oh, it's Gil.
Hey, Gil, you get a third poker chip.
What is the bucket?
You get all the poker chips, Gil.
That's Gil too. 4 poker chips for Gil. We're gonna send him all the poker chips.
This is all the poker chips.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here we go.
Wait.
This camera right here. Yep, that one. 21.
Number 21, that is Schmucky the Raider
Hey,
Bear.
Congratulations,
Congratulations, Smucky. Send us your shirt size and address to swag@RaidersFanRadio.com. Email me, swag@RaidersFanRadio.com with your shirt size and address, and we'll be sending something out to you.
Wow.
That's so cool.
Hang on for a second. Let me get through. I love how Wendy, of course, in the chat, she said, send the email at Murf. I don't remember. But, man, cannot thank you all enough. For those of you that missed it at the top of the show, the Bolitnikoff Crab Fest, they moved it up, and it cut off about 2 months worth of our fundraising. And unfortunately, we weren't going to be able to hit our $20,000 goal. So we're striving to match our 15 that we gave last year. We know for sure we're going to hit 10. So that's going to be a slam dunk for us to hit 10. It would be nice for us to match the previous one, but it would take nights like this tonight to get there, and that doesn't happen without the generosity of you, Raider Nation, and your loyal supporters of the One Nation Foundation and Raiders Fan Radio. We cannot thank you enough, going to some amazing causes. We're going to be back here each and every week for all of July. Every Wednesday, we'll be here at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. We've got some incredible stuff still, y'all. We've got Jim Otto jerseys to give away. We've
still got another One Nation Foundation one.
The one that's signed by all the Raider greats plus Hollywood legends. We got Bo Jackson.
We got Bo. We got Freddie.
We got Freddie B. We've got well, here, I'll tease it. Talk about it, Jeff.
Tease it.
Yeah, so Murf is going to show right here. So if you're on the audio feed, we've got a signed Fred Bolitnikoff, and it's special because it's the away, but it's the AFL. It's the AFL. It's Fred Bolitnikoff, Hall of Fame inscribed 1988. It's an amazing thing, man. It's just an absolute beauty, man. So how fitting is it that we give away a Fred Bolitnikoff jersey, and the money's literally going to the Bolitnikoff Foundation.
Right, absolutely. It's got the Hall of Fame inscription on it, like incredible stuff there that we're going to be giving away. And so thank you to you guys. We cannot appreciate you enough. We love you so very, very much. And I promise along the way, we will talk about the Raiders as much as there is to talk about the Raiders, but we love you. We thank you. Michelle, take us on out.
Yeah, listen, I want to ask a favor. Go to every social thing that you can find. TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and follow Raiders Fan Radio. And if you know a Raiders fan that wants to get plugged in, tell them to follow all of those things. We're trying to build the social so other people can hear about the One Nation Foundation. So if you can go and follow those things, if you have a kid, maybe you don't like TikTok, but if you got a kid that likes TikTok, tell them to follow One Nation Fan. Tell them to follow Raiders Fan Radio.
If you got a kid, they like TikTok.
They love TikTok. I love TikTok.
Yeah,
follow Raiders Fan Radio and Murf, Swag Jeff, and Michelle. It's Michelle. But on all of the socials so we can grow this and so the One Nation Foundation can take off. So thank you so much for your donations. You guys freaking rule. It's been a great night. Thank you all.
Absolutely.
Every one of you.
I'm telling you. $1,300 tonight.
Incredible.
Can you believe that? $1,300 for the One Nation Foundation. We can't thank each and every one of you enough. Big Shane, David Love, Rachel Monique, Raquel, James Williams, CPA Joel, Dan Whaling, Patricia Moya, Raider Kyle, Wyoming Raider, Yoshi, Jordan Ford, Fabricator Guild, Tider Raider, Hooligan Nation, Tyrone Graves, PSP Raiderette, Just Win Wendy, Trinidad, Raider C-Dub, Schmucky the Raider Bear, Leo, Ron, John Ogle, Pineapple. You guys donated tonight. My gosh. Thank you.
Damn it.
Thank you. Cannot thank you enough. You guys are you're the salt of the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? Can't thank you guys enough. On behalf of Michelle, on behalf of Murf, my name is Swag Jeff. You've been listening to Raiders Fan Radio, where we take a lighter side journey into the dark side. Don't forget, boys and girls, what happens in Vegas started in Oakland.
Damn right.
We love you guys.
Way to hit
Much
the
respect.
post, Swag.
Ah, that was nice.
Get out of your tube.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
They need to make 94s because 99 is a lot.
Yeah, it was just a little too much for you. 96 and a quarter.
Maybe 85. 85 might be good.
85.
It's like a B.
85 is
you
good.
know? You're
Solid
still getting
B.
a B.
Solid B.
Yeah. You're not average, you're a little above average.
B's get degrees. B's get degrees.
Damn, did we do a 3-hour show?
A 3-hour show.
For us.